Hello everyone, we're here. I've arrived. It took a little while, but I got there. We had some technical difficulties. By that I mean I was eating, so I had to finish eating first. But now we're here. So it's alright. All good. Crisis averted. So it's been a little while since I checked up on DSP, but I think I chose a pretty good time to look because so far, uh, the guy's just deranged, like completely deranged. Hang on, let me switch over. And also, let me get some better music on. This is just like generic lo-fi hip-hop. Let's Tevin this motherfucker. Let's get some Sonic R music on. Classic. If it works. I have a lot of issues with playlists on YouTube. A lot of the time they just go, I don't know why I don't download this stuff, but that would be like too easy. There we go. Oh, that won't even let me loop them. That's a new one. No, I don't. Give me a second. What a disaster. 2 seconds in. Yeah, I just don't have the loop option available anymore on here. There we go. Took a while, but it let me do it. It's not gonna work still, but give me the option, so you know, it's a good start. Um, so anyway, yeah, a lot of things have transpired, which is interesting for DSP because usually they don't at all. Nothing happens. But this time, he's been begging. Who saw that coming? I know. But he's been begging for a new fight stick. This is the greatest part. You know, let's just get into it. Let's just get into it, and we'll, yeah, you'll see. I'm gonna have to balance this stuff because I don't want it over the top of, you know, Phil's lovely voice. So I've actually collected, I've compiled clips here for my due diligence, and it all starts with. And let me just do a little bit shuffling here. There we go. We got some Snort Hogan. We got some Mimology 101 classics. I was gonna look back myself, but then I realized I had to look through like 3 hours of Phil, and I wasn't doing that because all he does is repeat himself for like 5 minutes straight, and I'm not putting up with that. So I did the second best thing, and I got a little playlist. Look at that. It's almost professional. It also it's in chronological order, so we'll you know experience this journey together. Starts off with DSP getting donated a oh hang on and oh let me just oh no that's fine, we're fine, crisis averted. There we go, let's turn that up.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Oops, clicked on the wrong thing. Send help.
a bag full of money. Here it is.
This classic joke.
Full $40,000. I'm just kidding. There's no bag full of money. That's ridiculous. You'd have to be like one of those, you know.
So this, when I first watched this, I was really scared because Phil has been begging, and I mean begging, for a Steam Deck. And I thought some psycho has done it. Someone has gone and bought him a Steam Deck. So he was building up. This goes on for about, I don't know how much they've cut out here, but it goes on for at least 10 minutes of rambling. He goes, oh, I didn't have a PC, and then I needed another PC, even though I've got like two. And I asked people to give me a Steam Deck, and he goes, and here it is. You'll see. It's not good.
Boob streamers or something to be getting bags of money showing up at your door. I mean, come on. No, that didn't happen. All right.
Titty streamers mentioned. Classic.
Was that they offered to get me something and send it to my house.
Now this is
And I said, well,
incredible.
real, you know, yeah. All right. So I'm very skeptical. Like I said, I really am very skeptical about this stuff. But this morning, I'm sitting in my kitchen having breakfast with my wife. Jasper Kitty's running around the house being a nut. And the doorbell rings. It's here.
Recently, he has not showed by its cat. I don't know why. I think he's just realized it's something to talk about. Because he makes these pre-streams, these podcasts, apparently. And obviously, nothing happens in his life. So all they are is the same thing over and over again. Talking about Street Fighter. You know, classic stuff like that. But now he's got like a cat segment almost. That's what I like to call it. A cat segment. Sorry, I'm just drinking. I'm drinking gin. And that's unironic, I'm drinking gin. Yeah, every time he'll like force his cat onto the camera and he'll say the exact same thing without fail. He'll go, Jasper, you want to talk today? And then the cat will walk around because it's a fucking cat. And then he'll sort of look at it and go, okay, that's fine. And he goes, usually he's so chatty. He usually never stops talking. And he starts making meowing sounds for some reason. Because we didn't know what sound a cat makes. But this time he's for some reason he just stopped. He doesn't do that anymore this time. Something else I forgot what I was saying. I'm drinking too much. I've already started. I knew I had to watch DSP and I thought, fuck, I better start drinking. Let's go back. Let's see what I was talking about. That was it. Yeah, he always has to mention the cat. But this time it wasn't in, so he just has to, slide it in there somewhere. Like anyone cares.
The doorbell rings. It's here.
It's here.
Open up a package. Ladies and gentlemen, sitting inside.
Here we go.
Is something that I never believed would even look like this. Are you ready for this? Because we're gonna do this live together. I received
this thing. A speed? I forget what it's called now. It's basically a mini PC. And this, when I first saw it, I was so happy. Because I thought, it's over, we've lost. The detractors have lost. He's got a Steam Deck. Obviously, that wouldn't mean anything to DSP, because he couldn't use it to like any sort of extent. But I just didn't want him having anything else. And luckily, he didn't get a Steam Deck, he got this. Whatever this is. So, I was happy to see that.
Mini PC. Today, this morning, in the mail. Alright? Now, here's the thing. I don't know much about this. Alright?
Someone has sent him this, and I believe, off the top of my head, this is worth $400. So that's like 350, 380 pounds, somewhere around there. And it's, I couldn't imagine a bigger waste of money. Not just because it's giving it to someone who's like a streamer, but it's giving it to someone who doesn't know how to use it and receives a hell of a lot more than they do. This guy's making what, 10k? And someone had to buy him a mini PC. These things are like, you can get like a decent one for like 200 quid. I mean, how much is a Raspberry Pi? All he wants to do is play like retro games. And someone spent $400 for this.
Alright, at all. I don't know how this works. Alright?
There you go, he doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know how it works.
But all I gotta do is I gotta mess around with this and try to figure this out. Alright? For what I'm to understand.
You know what? I've only ever watched the SP through the lens of other people. You know, your Tevens, your Meerkat mobs, all that sort of thing. I've never paid attention to just how bad his setup is, but really just taking it in. Like, I know there's the t-shirts, which looks awful, but there's also the art. Okay, that's fair enough. It's a gaming thing, and the lights and all that. That's fine. Then there's just like these little random like toys. I don't know, like that. Okay, the Vault Boy is. You got that with Fallout 4. I've got one. Everyone's got one. They're like a couple quid now anyway. This Sonic, I do not know why. How old is he now? 40? Nearing 40? Over 40-year-old man has this in his possession. And this, I don't know. This is old merch, is it not? I can't really make it out. It looks like it. And it's just a blank white, like, beer stein, I guess? I don't know how else you call it. With, like, a logo on. It's not even facing the... not even facing the camera, right? It's just kind of off to the side. It looks like when you just put a cup down and forget about it, you leave it on a windowsill or something. And that's just there. Anyway.
And this is a mini PC that should be pretty powerful. Well, I think it costs a few $100s, if not more. All right? But I guess we're going to try to figure it out. So what is it? It's called Trig Key.
A Trig Key, that was it. It's some, like, weird... It's one of these things that places will, like, stick on the back of a telly and use for, like, streaming stuff. Or, like, showing video. It's even got a wall mount. Like not a wall mount, like a TV mount. So you can put it behind or on your TV. I don't know how exactly you're supposed to do it. But it's meant for stuff like that. It's not meant for someone whose apparent profession is live streaming. It's not really meant for that. I mean, you can use it for that if you, you really want, but I don't know if you should.
S Speed High Performance S Series Mini PC.
Now, that being said, this... Oh, that was a DSP line. This is a pretty decent piece of kit for what it is. For 400 quid, it's not bad, the specs. But DSP doesn't know that. He also doesn't know that it has a fan on, but we'll get to that later.
And it says on the back, it's got an AMD Ryzen 7 5800H processor.
Again, that's not great, but it's not bad.
32 gigabytes of RAM.
Again, pretty decent.
Of storage.
Pretty decent again.
It has both wireless and a LAN connection. Okay?
That's your reaction. That's what you get. Let's have a look at this again. That's what you get for $400 US. Why do these people do it? Imagine $400. I mean, if you're getting paid minimum wage, which these people are, if not less, because they're on basically benefits, you have to save up for what? That's like a couple of months just putting some cash aside, obviously, because you put aside, you know, you pay for all your bills and all your food and all your expenses. And you're left with maybe a couple $100. Let's say, I don't know, a month tops of putting cash aside. Then give it to your favorite streamer, Darkside Phil. And this is what you get. Classic. Iconic, even. What a guy.
So there you go. It's a mini PC. Do you want to see it? It's not opened yet. It's vacuum sealed.
Vacuum sealed.
Open it and see what it is. All right. So, what's the GPU? I literally just said it. What did you have your?
This is sowing seeds right here. This little getting a little bit angry at the chat here. Just you know, they might not have been listening. They might have just came in just after he read it out. You never know. But he's already starting to get a little bit annoyed, just a little bit.
Fingers in your ears.
I never get this. How people can also what's that thingy on? Some 480p. What the hell? Oh, it only goes up to 480p. Damn, Snot Hogan. I guess. Oh, I guess. Yeah, that's his camera though. DSP's camera's pretty blurry already. What was he even talking about? He's too much for this guy. He has this weird thing recently. I know he's done it in the past, but he kind of just goes insane for like no reason. It used to be you had to sort of provoke him. You know, you sort of prod for hours even. But now it's just you say one thing and he just goes insane at people who, for all he knows, you know, loyal watchers. They could be one of the people who send him messages saying, long-time supporter, long-time watcher, Phil. Been watching since Mass Effect 2. Here's 500 gift subs. But he's just insulting them for no reason.
Just read it right off. What
Like
the
laugh.
frick? Essentially, it's the same processor or similar processor to what's in my laptop, right? In fact, if I do this, I'm curious. If I click on this, my laptop.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but what I know about his setup, which isn't much because it's like a Frankenstein's monster of different parts and just all sorts. It's honestly terrifying. He has a laptop for chat and all that sort of thing. And I believe it also records his gameplay. He then has his computer, which he's streaming. And that's all the way off in the corner. That's why he's turning like this all the time. And those two, for some reason, he can't just stream and then download the VOD afterwards. He has to record separately for some reason. I really don't know. So now he's gonna have his normal PC, his regular PC, which he never turns off. His laptop, which is probably similarly overheating, and a mini PC, which he's going to be playing the games on. Why he couldn't just stream, play these games on the laptop, because they're literally like 2 pixels, and just download the VOD, is anyone's guess. But anyway, let's keep going.
And I go to, what would you say, system? System information on my laptop, okay? So my laptop has an AMD Ryzen 3 3200U. This is an AMD Ryzen 7 5800H. That sounds like a much higher end processor, correct?
He's just guessing. He's just like, well, it sounds bigger, but the way computers, I don't know, I have a big issue with this. This is a nitpick of mine. When AMD and Intel and all this, they make a new GPU, they just end up calling it just anything. So it's like, oh, well, actually, the AMD 7000 is actually worse than the AMD 5500U. So DSP's just guessing? He's just sort of hoping that's right. I mean, I guess what else can you do? But the problem is he acts like he knows what he's talking about, and that comes up a little later on. Foreshadowing.
Yeah, it does, right? Sure.
I wish I had the chat on.
My laptop actually only has, according to this, 12 gigs of RAM. Yeah. While this thing has a whopping 32 gigs of RAM installed, apparently. All right? What's the graphics card? That I have no idea. I don't even know, what it's probably, I mean, if it's this small, you have to think that it's got to be like a crappy onboard graphics card. But the point is, this is not for...
Again, that comes into play a little later on.
3D PC gaming. This is for things like I've always wanted to do and I couldn't do because I didn't have access to a PC.
That's another thing. DSP has no, idea of what a PC can do. He thinks this is going to be playing just at best, Chrono Trigger, like he wants to play, and stuff like that, instead of the fact that it could probably run, not new games, but Xbox One era games at, medium settings. But because it's small, he just thinks it's bad. If the graphics card isn't this big, how can it run anything? That's DSP's logic here. It's... I don't know. It's unique.
Or basic things on Steam, and I'm going to tell you in a moment if this works, what we're going to do with it, all right? But let's open it up. Let's see what it is, shall we?
Does anyone know at the back what that shirt says? Because it's the same as on the mug. I know the rest of it, the other 2 shirts are merch. I'm assuming it's the same. Did it say Dark Side Fit? No. I can see the D, but I don't know what's going on there. Oh, that's an L. Yeah, it just says Dark Side. Ah, for fuck's sake. He's got just a beer stein with his name on it. That's to be expected, I suppose.
Kind of need a knife. Hold on. I have my knife over here.
Oh, there he goes. He's doing this a lot more recently. Since I've checked back in, he just sort of vanishes for any sort of reason. This time, obviously, he needs to get something. But sometimes he'll just go, I'm gonna go for a second and just
This
disappear.
will be interesting. I've never seen a PC this small in my life. I've seen small build PCs. I've never seen one quite this small. So,
Take your time.
okay.
He's struggling.
So, the Speed S.
Why does he look like that? Hang on.
The Speed S.
Look at that. What's he looking at that make that him looking like that? Guy just got a nice new computer, like a mini, a little computer. It's not a proper one, but it's something, and he's not had to pay a penny for it. And this is how he looks. Imagine. If you gave me a PC, I don't care how crap it is, I'd have a fucking smile on my face. But this guy, nah. Not good enough. He wanted that Steam Deck, even though with his, how do you say this, level of expertise, he couldn't get anything out of the Steam Deck. Because I believe, don't quote me on it, but does the Steam Deck not have its own inbuilt OS, so you can't use like Windows and stuff on it without messing about with it? And DSP doesn't even know how to get a new copy of an OS, so let's hope this one has it already on. That's chair squeak picked up by the mic.
So it just slides open like that. Look at that.
Wow. He's learning how to open boxes now. What is this? You want a clap.
Okay. Oh my
The gin's
god,
getting
it's
to me.
even smaller? How small is this thing? This is ridiculous. So first of all, there's a whole box that says accessories.
Accessories with an S.
So literally, this is accessory. The PC is half the box. What on earth? We're going to look at it in a second. So accessories.
Oh,
What
I think
accessories does it come with?
What accessories does it come with? You just look through all the wires. This is the most exciting part.
Wow, it comes with a ton. It comes with an
Ah,
HDMI cable.
no, he really did as well. I forgot about
It comes
this.
with another HDMI cable?
Who cares?
A short?
Okay, whenever some, I don't know, I don't watch them, but if anyone here watches, like, Linus Tech Tips, or whatever, those sort of, like, PC videos, when they unbox, like, a new thing, did they go, like, oh, here's the charger as well? This is exciting. They, like, hold up to the camera. Like, that's not the bit we care about. I mean, I don't care about this either, really, but it's more interesting than HDMI cable 1 and 2.
And a long HDMI cable.
3, actually.
Wait, this is a USB cable. This is a USB cable. No, this is an HDMI cable.
Oh my god.
They're both HDMI cables.
How is that such, like, a major, like, I don't know, how can you not compute that it comes with 2 HDMI cables? Like, more and more shit uses HDMI now, and it's like, there's 2 of them? And he's, like, genuinely shocked. I don't know, he's just trying to make content, isn't he? Just commenting on everything, even when it doesn't need to be commented on.
One's tiny and one's bigger. I don't know why it comes with 2.
Maybe because if you, like, don't have a, you don't need to coil it around itself if it's too long, and also if it's too short, you have a longer one. Just a guess.
Different lengths of HDMI cable. That's a little weird.
I'm just
Here's
gonna
your
vanish for
power
a second.
cord. Okay. Here is your power adapter. It's a power block that you plug in, and you put the power cord into the power adapter. All right. So pretty standard stuff.
I've returned.
I think this is a mounting bracket, but I don't know what you would want to mount on the PC, or maybe
On the
you're gonna
PC.
buy a dedicated graphics card for it. It goes in a.
In DSP's world, it's like a rail on like a gun. You know what I mean? When they put like a flashlight on it or something. If you want to like attach like Crisis, when you open the little attachment menu. If you want to attach a graphics card to it, you just bolt it on. It's like putting a new sight on, or a laser sight, or maybe a drum mag, or I don't know what else you. I don't get how his brain works. I really don't.
A special spot. So that's what it comes with. Your power adapter and 2 HDMI cables are your accessories that go into the
Accessories.
accessories box, okay?
We need accessories count.
All right. You got your user's manual right here, which I'll probably read through later because it'll probably explain. It's got a USB port,
I think we'll have enough
Type-C
gin for this.
port, a headphone jack, a power button,
Oh my god.
Ethernet port.
He's just listing things out. I don't remember it being this bad. This is why I listen to other people watch DSP, because I cannot listen to this on my own. Just everything is just, oh, what's something to talk about? Let's jump on that. Instead of being like, oh, what should I talk about that's interesting? It's just, that's the thing. Let's talk about that. Next, he's going to start listing things around his room just for content.
I don't know what DP port is. Maybe it's a different kind of display input. Probably display port input, right? It's dedicated display port input. It's that different connector, right? I've seen that before. HDMI.
I love how he goes in the space of 2 seconds from no idea what this is. So I've seen one of them. Let's just watch that again.
Display input. Probably display port input, right? It's dedicated display port input.
That's the face of someone who's very sure.
It's that different connector, right? I've seen that before.
He's
HDMI
experienced with them.
And DC, so it has one HDMI port. That's it. You're getting one HDMI out. That's it. And then, oh, that was a wall mount bracket, so that you can actually bracket. Wow.
Because that's literally the only thing it's useful for is like popping it behind a telly and then, you know, you show your video on the, you know, doing like a business thing or something. I don't know. It's not used for playing Chrono Trigger.
You could put this PC on the back of a TV. That's actually what that bracket's for.
Not on like the wall behind a TV, on the back of the TV. You know, drill holes into the back of the TV and all that, and you know, screw it in.
To mount it to the back of a TV, so that you can basically have a PC installed on your TV permanently. I wasn't expecting that. That's weird, but that's what that bracket was for.
Yep, that's
okay?
what it's for.
So let's see here. And it shows
This is exciting content.
You some different ways that you can do upgrades to it. It shows you that you can put in new RAM and how you can put in a new SSD card for
He's already finding stuff to beg. He's like, give us a couple of weeks. Guys, it needs new RAM. Guys, it needs more storage.
It shows you how to do that. Just some instructions. Step 1, connect the power.
You know what? I've always wanted to see people look through user manuals. I've always said, you know what my streams don't have? People looking through user manuals. I need more of that. And lo and behold, here we are.
Power supply. Step 2, connect the monitor with the DP cable. But I'm hoping you can do HDMI because I don't think my TV... Well, I know for a fact my capture device doesn't use a display port. Actually, maybe that's what that cord is. Maybe that cord is a display port HDMI cable. Hold on a second here.
Oh, God. I fucking love wire talk. This is so exciting.
No, that just looks like a regular HDMI.
Oh my fucking God.
They both look like HDMI. I don't know. Because I thought what they were saying is one of these is a display port that goes to HDMI, but they both look like HDMI to me. I guess I won't know until I actually start messing with the thing.
I wish he did this on stream. He was going to mess around with it behind the scenes, you know. When he gets some time out his busy schedule. But I would pay money to see him try to install this live. It'd be magnificent. Sadly, we're missing out on that because he's too busy doing private reacts or something. I don't know what he does anymore. He's got a weird business model.
Both look like standard HDMI to me. I don't know. But they're saying to use the display port to attach it to your TV. But I don't know, my TV doesn't have a display port, and I also don't have a display port cable. So
it probably costs like like £8 for an adapter. This isn't a big deal.
Oh.
Take a sip.
Anyway. Step 3, connect the keyboard and mouse. I have a keyboard and mouse.
Wow.
I do have a keyboard and mouse separate.
Is that in his closet? with all the other crap buried under there somewhere.
Thing has two USB ports, so it has just enough for the keyboard and mouse. The bummer is it only has 2 USB ports, so because of that, I might have to use a USB hub in order to...
Only DSP could receive something, again, for $400 and not find a single positive thing to say about it 9 minutes in and have, like, 6 complaints. It really is like a skill. I wish I could be this, like, petty and this miserable. It's just, like, incredible.
to actually fully use this thing, I'm thinking. Well, I have one, so maybe if I have to use it, we could use
What was that?
Use this thing, I'm thinking. Well, I have one.
It got really
So
loud
if I
all
have
of a
to
sudden.
use it, we could use it. I guess we'll have to see. How to change audio playback devices on Windows.
This is really exciting. Next time you should, like, read out, like, instructions to put together, like, a cabinet or something. Whatever you can find around the house, you know? This is really good content.
That's it? That's literally it. Everything else is different different languages. That's all the instructions.
What else do you need?
It's like 2 pages. So there's not much to this. It's very simplistic. Let's actually take a look at it. Ready? You take the foam off.
Oh, here we go. Here's the big reveal.
Thank you for your choice. During the system boot process, if you cannot log into your personal account, turn off Wi-Fi and LAN. Select the skip option. Log into your personal account in the system.
He's not going to do any of this. He's gonna boot it up. Not going to work. In the closet it goes.
Huh?
Yeah? A good noise.
This is it. This is the PC. This is it.
Come out,
This is
Jim.
the whole
Help.
thing. Right here. Wow. Made in China. So, shall we take the plastic off and take a look at this thing?
Why does he have to ask people that? Like, what else are you going to do? Just leave it on the whole time, let it overheat? Let it melt into the
I'm fairly certain we're
PC.
not playing 3D games on this thing. The thing is so small, I don't see how it could be.
I love it. That's how he thinks PCs work. It's like, well, if I had a really huge PC, it could run, like, all the new games. But because it's really small, it can only run old games. He's living in, like, the Stone Age.
I'm really I think this is more for emulation and simple games.
If it can't run basic 3D games, it cannot emulate. I guess it can emulate, like, the Famicom. So he's got that going for him. He wants to play Takeshi's Challenge.
Right? So there you go. Took the plastic off.
Thanks for that. Didn't notice.
It's blue. Trig key. AMD Ryzen 7. 5800
The thing about AMD is, I know they get a lot of shit, but I've got an AMD and they punch above their weight very well. Obviously, DSP doesn't know this because he just looks at the size and goes, it big, it small. It good, it bad, you know, sort of deal. But yeah, AMD are usually surprised. Well, recent AMD. I mean, obviously, they have a lot of issues. I mean, I have driver issues all the time, but, you know, recent AMD is, for the price especially, they punch above the weight pretty well. Again, though, DSP just looks at the size and thinks, it's not going to run anything.
5000 series and AMD Radeon graphics, it says. So it's got probably onboard graphics, right? Trig key. So it's got, it looks like, is that a speaker? It's got built in, no way those are speakers. That can't be speakers.
This again is a bit of foreshadowing. This is this comes in later. Just remember those speakers.
That's got to be like ventilation. There's no way they put built-in speakers
Also remember that. Remember that he thinks they may be speakers or they may be ventilation.
on this thing. I don't believe that for a second. That would be ridiculous. I don't believe that at all. There's some ventilation there. There's your Ethernet port.
Oh, he calls them ventilation.
There's your 2 USBs. One's blue, so that's probably the Type C, and the other one's probably a standard USB. And then you got your display port, and you got your HDMI port. There's your power adapter right there. And 2 more. It's got 4 USB ports. Oh, never mind. This is good then. Yeah, this
Oh
is
my
fine.
god.
It's got 4 USB ports. So I shouldn't have a problem. I should be able to plug in a controller.
This is more exciting than the wire talk. I'll give him that, but it's literally just like pointing out what you see. It's like the like bottom of the barrel commentary.
Keyboard,
But what can he say to me? But what can he say? because he literally refuses to plug it in and try it. Anyone else, the first thing they would do is go, look what I've got, let's plug it in and see if it can work. DSP, nah. Let's just stare at the box and talk about the wires. Oh, this one's a bit longer than the other one. Ooh. HDMI? Wow. Ooh, it's got 3 USB ports. Like, that's the level we're working with here.
House and not have any issue. It's got 4. Cool. All right. So 2 there, and I don't. Is that a USB-C? But why would it have that connector? It's the small connector. Why would it have that? That's really weird. That it
literally has a headphone icon. Am I going insane? I mean, this camera's terrible, but
why would it have that? That's really weird.
You can literally see the little headphone thing. It's for a headphone jack, you moron. What is he doing? I guess it has speakers, it don't need a headphone jack, but... He's never touched a piece. Honestly, it's a miracle his computer's lasted as long as he can. It literally has an icon of a little pair of headphones and a microphone. What's this guy for, guys? Ah, what a dude.
That it has that type of connector. Why not have the actual port, not the... I don't know why it has that. And then it's got a headphone jack.
Oh, he's not talking about the headphone. Oh, no. I've been fooled.
Right, and it is your power button. So, there you go. It's
then what is he talking about? I actually have no idea what he's talking about. The little port.
Go out to be a HDMI. And then it's got a headphone jack. Why not have the actual port, not the... I don't know why it has...
What? No! I pressed the wrong button. Ah, fuck it. Let's just...
How to change audio playback devices on Windows.
Yeah, wait. There we go. We're at the port watch.
Ryzen 7.
No, a bit further ahead.
Is there a piece of rubber on the bottom? Well, I'll probably never use that. I'll do audio out to be a HDMI, right? And it is your power button. So
we'll never know what he's talking about now.
There you go. It's a mini PC. All right. Now, so you might say, well, Phil, what are you going to use this thing for? Well, right now, I can tell you immediately what I want to use it for. All right.
I love him making up people in his head. Like, what would you use it for? You're just gonna fucking jerk off onto it, let it catch the drops. Like, what? Of course you're gonna use it to stream.
Why is there a piece of rubber on the bottom? What the heck? This is okay. I got an honest question. All right. What the hell is this big piece of rubber? Look at this. There's a flicking piece of rubber down here. Why does that exist? Maybe
it's just something you pull out, isn't it?
It doesn't sit perfectly flat. It kind of has a little bit of rubber. I'm not sure what that's for. Piece of rubber. Look, I can flick it. It's like...
Yeah, that's hot.
That's what it is. It just creates a little bit of aeration under it. I don't know. All right. Anyway.
Why does he ask people these questions? Like, anyone in the chat is going to have a trig key speed. Let's be honest. Who the hell is having... It owns a trig key speed? Let's get a show of hands. Don't bother, because I know no one here owns a trig key speed. I'm pretty sure DSP is the only person who owns one. He's asking questions like people are going to give... What do you think they're going to do? They're going to Google it. Just Google it yourself.
So basically, it's a mini PC. How powerful is it? Honestly, I don't know.
It's only small, so it can't run anything.
How useful is it? Honestly, I don't know.
Oh, this is a good part. I love this.
I doubt it's on par with the Steam Deck, but it's got some decent components, right? So, what would I use this for? All right? Immediately, a couple things. Number one, there is a game that I absolutely positively want to play. I've wanted to play it for years. I told you specifically, I want to play it for my anniversary, and I've not had access to it. And if this works, which we have to test, I will be playing this game this month.
If this works, what does that even, like, do you think they're just going to send you a plastic square, like a random plastic cube that just doesn't do anything? The only way it's not working is if Phil doesn't get it to work. Which is, I guess, highly likely, to be fair.
Ladies and gentlemen, finally,
it's a big reveal.
After over a decade, I will be playing the best RPG.
Wow, I've
history.
never noticed this swaying thing, but it's really bad, isn't it? Like, I know people call him Sway, and everyone in his high school called him Sway, and he rocks back and forth on the X and Y axis and all that good stuff. But let's just really take in for a minute this.
Finally, after over
Back.
a decade,
Let's look at the box.
I will be playing
Here we go.
the
Forward.
best
Back.
RPG in
Forward.
recorded human history.
Oh, back again.
Amazing soundtrack.
Forward again.
Great story.
Backwards
awesome
again.
characters. Really cool gameplay.
Oh.
Multiple endings. Replayability.
I love how you can hear it. Like, you can hear him getting closer to your ear. It's kind of scary.
And for the first time ever, with an interactive audience. Ladies and
This literally just means he's going to ask people how to do stuff. That's all he ever means by interactive. He just kind of gets annoyed at people in the chat for not helping him quick enough, and that's the interaction. And occasionally he'll tell them to start talking more because the quota has not been met of the chat messages. And also, you know, obviously to donate and super chat and like and share and send him fight sticks for fucking $500 US.
gentlemen, coming to you live from my weird
Live. It's like SNL. It's like, you know, a proper talk show. It's like something really professional.
tiny PC donated by a fan. As long as
Really has to make sure you know it's small. It's kind of shit and terrible and it's really small. It's a really
it works,
have
we
that
don't
home.
know yet. I have to test it. Chrono fucking Trigger.
That's the face of someone who's excited to play it. He's hyped. Look at that face. To be fair, that's the most joy he's had in his face for like probably the last 5 years.
It's about goddamn time that I'll be able to play this game for a modern audience.
This game, Chrono Trigger, it's an SNES game, right? If I remember off the top of my head, or something like that. It may be a generation forward or backwards. It's somewhere around that level. It's on Steam as well. You do not need to emulate it. He could have played this at any moment on his PC. He played TF2, and last time I checked, TF2 looks a little bit nicer than Chrono Trigger. I mean, I guess that's subjective, but there's more polygons. Because there's 0 in Chrono Trigger, it's pixels. It's literally like 16-bit. And you can play TF2, but for some reason, well, calling it playing TF2 has been, you know, a bit generous. But you can have TF2 open and, you know, play all the frying pan sound effects. But he can't play Chrono Trigger.
I've been waiting years and years and years to play this one again. I've wanted to play it again. The last time I played it was 2012. And it was emulated back then. You couldn't even get it on.
I can't wait for him to start falling asleep. That's what I'm praying for. Him, you know, pulling a Yakuza just slowly off to the corner as he reads out long lines of text. Also, I love how this guy who's wanting to play a RPG, really wanting to play it, refuses to even look at Baldur's Gate 3. A game that's literally the most played game on Steam right now, if I remember right. It's up there anyway. And he would not even give it like a glance. But he's going to play Chrono Trigger, a game that 3 people want to see, and the rest have already seen if they want to see it. It's interactive now, so it's better.
On PC, but basically it was not an interactive audience. It was just me playing it for myself.
That's the funny thing, because if you go back and watch the DSP stuff, it's terrible and not funny, but it's objectively better than this. Like, it's shocking to go back, because I only started watching DSP around like the Vest Streak and the bankruptcy, and going back and seeing his videos before he started live streaming, it's like a completely different human being. He's so much more entertaining. It's night and day difference. It's a completely like different human being. But no, this time it's interactive, so it's better.
people back then were not receptive to retro games. When I played retro games like that, they were angry. Oh, this is crappy. Why are you playing this retro game? No one cares about it.
He's making up people again. Like, if he wasn't live, so people who didn't want to watch it just wouldn't watch it. If anything, it's worse now because he's live streaming it, and you can only watch whatever he's live streaming if you're watching his Twitch. When it was all on YouTube, you just didn't watch it.
Stop playing it and go back to GTA and go back to the modern new game. And it was really annoying. That summer of retro that I did.
He still seethes about that. Okay, well this was when he was interactive then, because the retro thing was recently, was it not? It was a live stream anyway. Because he always cries about how no one cared about it, even though it was boring as sin.
I was very annoyed by it because I was trying to expose my audience, which was mostly back.
DSP shouldn't expose anything to his audience.
Then, let's be honest, teenagers. All right, it was a bunch of teenagers.
As opposed to now, where they're all, relatively wealthy 35-year-old men, who have very active social life and are very well-adjusted.
Teenagers, and they just wanted to see everything new, and that was it. And I was like, no, you got to understand, this is the summer of retro. I'm going to expose you to Super Mario World, Super Mario Brothers 3.
Thank God someone exposed them to Mario. No one had ever heard of that before DSP. I lived 18 years on this world without knowing about Super Mario World. What even is that? And then DSP came along? All makes sense now.
The classic Final Fantasies, the classic Chrono Trigger. We're going to play Earthbound. We're going to do Legend of Zelda Link to the Past. And they crapped all over me all summer. How dare you? This is a horrible idea. It's the most boring summer ever. I couldn't believe it. And I actually got pretty upset. And I lashed out. And that was actually one of the first times when my viewers were angry at me. Because they were like, you don't understand what we want. And how dare you?
He's the victim in this. He's the victim because his viewers who pay him and watch his stuff didn't want to watch something. And that's their fault because, I don't know, I guess they should just be entertained by it.
We don't like what you're playing. One of the first...
If your audience doesn't like what you're playing and you're a live streamer, either go, no, I'm playing this, sorry, I'm enjoying it. Or you go, okay, what do you want me to play? Or just, I'm going to do something different. It's that simple.
Major disconnects I actually had with my audience. Today in 2023, things are a lot different, right? Being that
there's even less people watching.
We're an interactive audience. We look for cool, chill games. That Chrono Trigger is perfect.
Derek and Jade, they're all wheeling around the country looking for new games to play.
I mean it. It's like, I don't know how that game turned out as well as it did, but it's one of the best video games of all time. To this day, I still think it holds up as one of the best video games of all time. All right? So
better than Final Fantasy, the new one, which is Godzilla apparently, or something.
That's the only way you...
His new, I'm just a side tangent here, his reviews have become unhinged, like actually, like completely unhinged. He said the new Final Fantasy, which I don't know anything about, so, I guess his word means more than mine. The new Final Fantasy was Godzilla mixed with Dragon Ball Z or something like that. It was really strange. And he also said that Zelda Tears of the Kingdom had too much bloat because he could complete the game without needing to do all the side content. Which by his logic... Dark Souls 1 is 90% bloat because you can complete it at Soul Level 1. Same with every single Dark Souls and Elden Ring and Bloodborne. So all those games, the games he claims to like, are all bloat. Anyway, I just wanted to complain about that because his criticisms they've become insane. They really have. And the more people call him on it, the more he thinks he's justified in it. He tries to stand his ground and play the victim. It's just my opinion, dude. Why are you attacking me for my opinion? That's all you get anymore. And I don't even know what to say about it. It's insane. I need to go... Oh, I nearly forgot. The Mario movie review was fucking wild. I need to watch that after this. That thing is insane.
You can actively play the game right now is to actually have a fucking Super Nintendo or to have Steam. That's it. So if this works, alright, and that's something easy I can do. I guarantee you that game should run on this, right? Why wouldn't it run on this?
It can run on your fucking phone, DSP. You could have played this on your mobile device, but then You couldn't play Champions
So,
at the same time, I
I
guess.
want to do Chrono Trigger this month. All right. So I think we're gonna do it. All right. I think we're gonna do it if it works. But the question is, well, how am I gonna tell? All right. Here's the deal. Number one, I've already ordered an extra long USB cable for my Xbox controller. Xbox works off of USB-C, and if you plug it into any PC, Windows detects it because it's a Windows.
Wait, I thought he was destitute. Did no one have to buy him that? I guess he's doing pretty well.
Device, it's Microsoft, and you can
He's being a
use
dick. Of course he can afford a
Microsoft
USB.
controller on a PC. So
You know, but literally anything with a USB port. What? This guy is just oblivious. How has he played games for like a majority of his existence on this earth, and he doesn't even know how to use a controller on a computer? It's
I
insanity.
bought an extra long cord. It's actually coming later today, and what I'm gonna do.
And again, this is the guy who made like an entire segment. I don't know if you remember this. He made an entire segment. This was like 20 minutes long of getting a new rechargeable battery pack for his Xbox One controller. Up until then, he'd just been, I guess, replacing the batteries for like 15 years or something. I don't know. And he just finally figured that out. Something I figured out when I was like 13. It took him that long. He's a special individual.
Is this coming Sunday? I already have scheduled that I'm only doing one stream that day. It's going to be DSP versus the internet.
Oh, look at that. Just fucking scratching his face. Just
one stream that day. It's going to be DSP versus
getting all the crap out of his whatever's left of his beard.
internet.
What's he even doing? He's just like rubbing it.
React show. I'm not doing a late stream because I have to film private React videos for patrons. So I'm going to do that. But I'm going to take the extra time that I have that night, and I'm going to hook this thing up and try to get it working. It's actually going to sit behind
Just
my TV
knocked his
over there,
mic.
and I'm gonna set
Classic.
up
What a great setup. Does he have an arm? Or is he just resting on something? I've never seen DSP. Hey, let me have a look. I'll keep playing the video. Let me have a look.
I have an extra wired keyboard and mouse in my closet. All right. Might be around here. Actually, no, they're not there. I think they're sitting in the closet right there. Hold on. Here's the keyboard. Yeah, here's the keyboard and here's the mouse.
There's no just image of his setup. If someone has a picture of that, I'd love to see
When I
it.
got my PC 9 years ago, the keyboard and mouse that came with them, that's what I'm going to use. All right? So I'm going to hook it up over there at my TV. I'm going to get it working. And as long as it works fine,
Nah, there's
I'm
nothing.
going to have a mini PC and we're going to be able to do like retro cool stuff. All right? We'll see. Because I don't know. Again, this could end up being junk. But it's
Doesn't
potential.
he have one of those like NES classics or PlayStation classics or something like that? What was Chrono Trigger on? Let me check. Chrono Trigger. Because can't you literally just mod those to have, yeah, Super, yeah, so SNES. I guess there's no, yeah, but can't you put those on the NES? I guess it's an NES emulator. There's ways to do it. I don't know.
Something cool, right? It really is potential of something neat that we can do new projects and stuff in the future for the streams, right? Pretty cool.
Where's he going?
Lavinia says you can totally play modern 3D games with this. I'm looking on it on Amazon right now.
No. Here we go. Here's Lavinia. We might not have this segment in, you know, because it's only got 2 minutes left. I guess a bit, yeah, about 2 minutes left. This bit is iconic. I need to find this somewhere. Do I have it in the playlist? Let me check. No, I had the fight stick next. We'll have to have a look for this in a minute.
Now, are you sure? How are you going to play a modern game on this? It has onboard graphics. How would it handle a modern game? I don't know about that. I mean, if it can, great. Here's the thing.
Hang on. This is a different time.
Number one, I have games I previously had on Steam in my Steam library that I can test. Number two, I have Game Pass Ultimate. So I have the ability to install it on here, and maybe I can get a ridiculous amount of games on there to test. Okay.
I don't know where he's gone. He's just left.
All right.
Hello?
But this is the cool thing. So
Oh my god, that... I didn't expect him to come around the other side.
something like this. Something like this Carlos says, I saw someone running Forza Horizon 5. It runs at 45 frames per second. Yeah? What's going on, Jade? Good to have you here. What's going on, sir?
Right. No, wait. Is that what you just said?
What's going on, Jade? Good to have you here. What's going on, sir?
Is that what he says all the time? I don't remember ever calling Jade sir. That's
all right.
new.
So anyway, this is pretty cool. All right. So hold on.
I heard that.
Excuse me. So I won't get to mess with this till Sunday night. So it's gonna sit around for a few days. There's nothing I can do about that. All right. But big potential for something new, and if it works, I want to start playing Chrono Trigger as soon as we have night streams free. So that'll be an epic throwback over 10-year anniversary gameplay run.
He just says words. Epic throwback 10-year anniversary. Like, dude, you're just playing Chrono Trigger. Chill out.
Where I'm going to do interactive streaming of
Chrono
Trigger with all of you. I seriously can't wait. I love Chrono Trigger. Okay? So I seriously hope that it works. All right? We'll find out. Okay. And then, of course, if it ends up being decent, we can play other stuff on it too. I don't know what, but we'd have to look into it. Okay? So, more on that soon. In fact, I'm going to go put this over here for now.
Oh, he's back up again. What did he go the first time? That's what I'm confused about. Is he gonna come around from the right this time? Nah.
Okay. So, obviously, big shout out to the viewer who donated that. Now, here's the thing. As I said, they did not say that they wanted a shout out or any credit. If they say they do, I will. But
wouldn't you just give him credit? Like, come on. Do you have to specifically ask when you send something? When you give someone something for a birthday or Christmas, do you go, "Hey, thanks right now, because I gave you that nice gift"? You expect it. You know what I mean? It's just common decency.
Privacy purposes, to prevent doxing and shit, I don't want to say a word. It's up to
prevent doxing. Everyone's doxed the guy who gave him the, what was it called, a tri-speed mini or some shit. I don't know.
To them if they want to reveal who they are or not. Okay.
They're gonna be out for this guy now. Oh, it doesn't have the clip where he says this might be junk. Some guy who a £400, sorry, a $400 US mini PC, and he goes, "This might be junk." Incredible. Next video. This is, let me give you some context before. This is about a minute after this segment. Okay, so this is a minute after we showed off this new fancy mini PC you got. Okay, so just keep that in mind. A couple, maybe like 5 minutes tops.
Tell you something, brother. Snort.
Classic intro.
Snort. Drip. Snort. Snort. I got the drip. Go.
There's another option.
And for some reason the cuts are a bit weird here, but he was talking about hang on, let me see what he was
You're
up to.
free to look it up if you want. Okay? There's another joystick option.
Okay, so I'll give you some context. Because this makes it even stranger. I don't even know how to start with this. So he wants to play Mortal Kombat 1. Okay. But the beta isn't crossplay. And you must think, okay, well that's not a big deal. Apparently it is. Because apparently he wants to play with the most people possible, even though that doesn't matter. Because there's not going to be 2 people on Xbox. There's going to be a decent amount on both systems. Usually might be slightly more on PS5 if that's even true. So, and keep in mind, this is just until they add crossplay, which is like maybe a couple weeks in. That's what NetherRealm have said, apparently. And for this, DSP wants an entire new fight stick. Okay, an entire new one. These aren't cheap. And also a year of PlayStation Premium. Just to play the beta. Keep that in mind. This is just a beta. It'll play maybe twice. And that's it. Twice ever on stream. And also, his Mortal Kombat gameplay is atrocious, so he definitely won't play it more than twice.
This joy.
Like, I haven't played... The only ever fighting games I've played are Mortal Kombat X and 11, and even I can look at his game when he's playing Mortal Kombat 11. I could just... It was abysmal. I'll have to show you later. That's another thing. Add that to the list.
Joystick is apparently, from what I'm to understand, being considered the absolute top of the line.
So we don't just want any fight stick, joystick, whatever you want to call it, to play a beta for 2 days. He wants the best joystick to play for 2 days.
For now, for a home joystick. Like it has all the
For now. So in a couple more years, he'll beg for a new one. But for now, this'll do.
parts you want. The Sanwa parts, the Sanwa sticks, everything, the quality you want. And the build of the stick supposedly is even better than this.
To be fair, it does need to be high quality because DSP absolutely abuses his fight stick. Like, to a ridiculous degree.
Like the build is supposed to be really good quality joystick. It's actually bigger than that one, I believe. Okay?
I snort.
It is called
Directly into the mic.
where is it? Where is
Yes,
it?
I actually didn't plan for this, even though he did.
What the Kanba QANBA Q7 Obsidian 2. Alright? This joystick works with PlayStation as well as PC. So if down the line I wanted to try to play fighting games on PC, this would also work with that.
He's not going to do that. He already shut down 5K, which I don't know much about fighting games, but I believe it's just like a hub for old emulated games, I suppose. I don't really know how it works. But yeah, he basically shut that down already, saying that everyone who plays that are sweats. So that's good. So that bit is already out of the equation. The playing on PC, that's gone.
Yeah. Alright. And this one supposedly has, alright, all the parts you would want. Like it has all of the high-end Sanwa parts by default.
Which he needs for 2 streams.
Okay? And everyone is saying, yeah, this is like the top of the line joystick you would want. Unless you're going to build your own, this is the best kind of pre-done joystick you can get. However,
There's always a however.
price tag on this joystick is $320.
What's that? 3 streams? Tops? 3 good streams. That's it. Imagine saying I can play a video game 3 times and buy something for $300 US. It's insane. And he can't. He's physically unable because he doesn't save anything.
So either
But he also makes more money than LTG, apparently.
$200 to get this for PlayStation, but then I have to upgrade the parts manually.
No, he doesn't. The only thing he's changed on that, from to my knowledge, are the buttons. And they cost 20 quid? 20 bucks, 20 USDs. And everything else is stock.
So after tax and shipping and everything, it's going to be just under 300.
Shipping. On a, what is this? Couple hundred quid? They're not going to make you pay shipping.
Or
Tax as well, come on.
buy the
It's a business expense. You got to play tax. What's he talking about?
one that already has everything pre-installed and the build, like the joystick's even better than that one. But it's $320 plus tax.
I love how he somehow makes $200 into $300 to make the $320 joystick sound cheaper. Oh, it's a pretty good deal if you factor in that.
Everything. So
That's
that's
what a
huge
guy.
investment. All right, it really is. And by the way, if I do happen to get Mortal Kombat 1 for PlayStation 5, now I also have to get the PlayStation online subscription.
Okay, so if your options are buy a $320 fight stick, buy Mortal Kombat on PlayStation, which is the console you use less, you have to switch over to it constantly, and then buy a year's worth of PlayStation Premium, and you don't get any of the, obviously, the Game Pass benefits because you're on PlayStation, or just play with like 10% less players, 5% less players. He's going to do the expensive option. But don't worry, there's an ulterior motive. We'll get into that later.
which I don't even know what they call it anymore, because I don't have it. So I'd have to pay, what is it, $10 a month or whatever, for the basic PlayStation Online subscription to play the game online.
You bought it all at once.
All right. So, yeah, it would be pretty expensive. Okay, it would. No matter what.
Am I going insane? Does he just seem a little... He starts talking kind of slow.
Be pretty expensive. Okay,
That's like a couple drinks in,
what,
sort of
my
slurring.
options here are expensive options to play any fighting game on PS5. Now, here's the deal.
It's not okay.
Okay, if I happen to get a new joystick for PS5, all right, moving forward, quite frankly, yes, I would probably play all fighting games on PS5. That would include Tekken 8. That would include any other future fighting games. Why? I told you, Sony is the established console for fighting games.
This is nothing. I don't know where he's getting this from. Let me just have a look. Let's say Street Fighter 6. He plays that. Let's do a little bit of research, you know, because DSP can't do it. 6 player base. Let's have a look. Oh wait, it doesn't matter because they have crossplay. I forgot. Let's have a look. I'm on Reddit now. I'm gonna get the download on what people think. I don't see anything saying there's no one playing Street Fighter 6, and that's pretty popular. They're not saying, "Oh, don't bother." There's no one playing on PS5 on Xbox One. But he also is buying Street Fighter 6 again on the PS5 to use his fancy new stick and I guess take advantage of his however month subscription, his year subscription to PlayStation. The thing is though, he has a stick already on Xbox. He has the game already on Xbox. The only thing that changes between the Xbox version and the PS5 version is his rank on Street Fighter, which he's very proud of, by the way. So people have been speculating, and I thoroughly agree. He's doing this literally just so he can play. You can basically smurf. You can use it. You can start from gold or platinum and make his way all the way up with Blanca again. That free dopamine, I guess, and just to make himself feel better. It's kind of strange, but that's literally the only thing that changes, so it has to be that. There's no other reason. Anyway, went on a bit of tangent there. Let's keep going.
Just is many more people buy fighting games on Sony consoles than they do on Xbox. Okay,
There were games with crossplay.
so it would make it so that there'd be a bigger, player base. I wouldn't have to worry about cross-platform. I'd be playing on the platform with the most players.
You don't have to worry about cross-platform because they're cross-platform
on console. All right. Also, and I know this sounds crazy, I was considering rebuying Street Fighter 6 on PS5. All right.
There you go. That does sound crazy. Also, I didn't really think about this. An adapter for a Fire Stick is probably like 20 quid, right?
However, I was talking with people about this the other day, and sadly, we have confirmed something. Okay? This is pretty sad. You can't carry over your progress from platform to platform.
But there's no reason to buy it.
I just hit
right?
Master Blanca on Xbox. If I get it on PS...
I have some words about Master Blanca, because this infuriates me to no end. So, if anyone's actually watched DSP play Street Fighter, it doesn't... Like, I do not know anything about fighting games. I know the basics and that's it. But it doesn't take a genius to figure out, for one, Hams throws like a motherfucker, which is something he's done since like 2008, as far as we can find out. Number two, he's playing a character not many people are playing, so no one has much practice against them. And three, he's playing a character that is apparently insanely fucking good, like top tier. And and just like easy top tier. Not like, okay, this character's hard, but they have hard execution. No, this is apparently a character, from what people are saying, that is shockingly easy. And, yeah. One more thing, actually, number 4. If you've ever watched his gameplay of Street Fighter 6, you'll notice that he gets matched with the same people a lot of the time because it's region-based matchmaking. So basically, these people are just feeding. They're just giving him 3 points because they're like, it's like a miracle. You watch them play, it's a miracle they made it as high as they did. And DSP, because he's got decent fundamentals, because he's been playing the game since he was, what, fucking, like, 16, back in the arcades. Obviously, he's got to have good fundamentals, so he just bodies these new players that have just managed to scrape their way up into these other, like, higher ranks, because they're playing against other new people. It's really something else. And he then goes to brag that he's higher than LTG, a guy who blocks people who are bad. So LTG doesn't feed off these people like DSP does. That's why LTG is in a lower rank than he is. The LTG is getting matched with people with worse netcode and who are better because he's blocking people who are bad.
PS5, I reset all my progress with every character. It's starting over fresh.
That's a guy. Look at that. That's someone who sees blood in the water.
With every character. It's starting over fresh.
That's someone who knows exactly what he's doing.
Does it really matter? Not really. It doesn't. It really doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It's not that it doesn't matter because he doesn't care about rank. He'll go on to explain this in a minute. It doesn't matter because he thinks he can get up there instantly again. Which I'm hoping, I don't think it will, but I'm hoping that by the time he starts again, doing it on PS5, the matchmaking has sort of sorted itself out, because when a game's new, everyone doesn't know kind of what they're doing. Give it a couple months in, and usually the cream rises to the top. The really good players, or the meta has been figured out at the very least. So people who are playing meta and who are decent at the game tend to actually be in the position they're supposed to be, instead of just like some guy looking his way up.
It's not that big of a deal, all right? Plus, at this point, especially with characters who I'm good with, I feel like I'd be starting off likely at diamond level regardless, and then it would take a few streams like Blanca. I guarantee.
A few streams of bodying people who are not good at the game, so he can go, yes, yes, every time he wins. And also compliment himself. That's one of my favorite things DSP does. He goes like, that was a beautiful combo. You know, the kind of thing like if you were watching someone play Street Fighter, you would say. Not things you would say about yourself. Crazy.
To you, I could get Blanca back to master level within a few streams. I'm serious about that too. I think if I just sat and played a few major streams with Blanca, I'd probably rank right up to diamond.
He doesn't want to play masters because he knows he'll get bodied. His entire ego right now is just built around Street Fighter. It's crazy. It got dragged down after side scrollers, and now it's all resting on Street Fighter 6. The minute the matchmaking is fixed, and the minute people start to figure out what to do, he's gonna quit or go insane. One or the other, you know. He's getting there. He's on the edge of sanity.
And then I'd probably jump into diamond and get wins. And I'd probably be able to get to master level relatively quickly. I don't think it would be that big of a challenge.
So then what is the point? Someone please help me with this. If nothing changes, he's in the same rank as he was before, and he's got a stick already on the Xbox, so that doesn't change. I assume he's got all his stuff, he's got his skins and stuff, so that doesn't change. What's the difference? Crossplay is enabled, so there's not even more players. Crazy.
Being honest, okay? So, I don't know. Here's the thing. I think it would be fun. It would be a challenge, and to play Mortal Kombat, Tekken, and other fighting games in the future on PS5 with the best possible controls. I mean, that's going to be huge.
That's what it really is. He thinks. I think he's genuinely deluded himself into thinking that the input's not coming out is a real thing, and he thinks somewhere in the back of his mind that if he gets a new controller, he's gonna be like bodying even masters. But I think he's in for a bit of a shock. I think he's gonna get more annoyed now because he can't blame the controls anymore. I guess he can just blame the lag or it not lagging enough, whichever one he does.
It will, but it's a money investment, right? The minimum spend is 200 plus tax, but then I would have to buy more parts to upgrade that.
Isn't the definition of investment something you like put money in and you get more out? What do we get out of this investment?
That joystick, or I could splurge a little bit more to get the higher end Kanba. What's it called again? The Kanba.
The guy doesn't even know the name of the fight stick yet. He's so sure he needs it. He hasn't looked into it like past 5 minutes. He went best fight stick and went on the first one, and he just wants that now. He didn't think, oh well, we'll look around, see if I can find something cheap. Nah, you're right in the deep end.
Q7 Obsidian 2. That one's 320 bucks, but it has everything I want, and I wouldn't have to upgrade it at all. It has all the good parts, and also the build of that stick supposedly like really high end. Everyone's saying it's a really good, like the Cadillac of home joysticks.
The Cadillac of home joysticks.
So
that's what people have been saying. That's the kind of terminology people use in the real world.
You know, that. Why am I saying this to you guys? Because I can't just
because he wants people to buy it for him.
Drop that kind of money without consulting you, without your buying.
Without consulting you, he's not drop your. What does that even mean? I can't drop my money without you buying in. That's like double speak. What does he mean? He just say you want people to buy it for you.
And that you'd be interested. Like if everyone says, well, I don't care. Well, then why am I going to spend the money?
No one does
no
care.
No one cares. Then fuck it.
If people care, they would have bought it for him. But you'll see in a minute that that didn't happen.
I don't give a shit, right? But if you guys care, you want to see me actually actively try to do good in fighting games again, like I've done in Street Fighter 6.
With a stick that, as he even said, isn't as good. So it's not the stick that's the issue.
Interested in seeing me perform better, have the better controls.
He really thinks this is like his comeback tour. I think, like he lost it and he's finally, you know, he's got it back. You know, he's got his mojo back. This dude's delusional.
Maybe you'd like to even see me take a second stab at Street Fighter 6 now on PS5, right?
What do you mean it's the same game? What? It's not like he's done bad. Like, I did terrible this time. You know what? I got this new stick. We're on PS5 now. Let's try again. I'm in Masters. Let's get there again. And then stop playing with that character because I don't want to fight any Masters.
You know, it's a possibility, but it's something to talk about and consider. But it's a lot of money. So yeah. You know, obviously, I'm throwing it out there. If someone's interested, let me know. If anyone wants to help support it, let me know.
Help support it. No, if you said to DSP, here's 150 bucks, you put the rest towards it. That's not happening. He wants it paid for in full, delivery to, and shipped straight to him. You don't have to bother about anything.
All right, and I'll think about it. Like right now, I have 2 weeks before the beta of Mortal Kombat 1 comes out.
Oh yeah, this is a good part. He he bought the new stick. This is after this video. He bought the new stick. He bought PlayStation Plus. He bought Street Fighter 6 again. He didn't buy Mortal Kombat 1. The entire point of this, he does not own Mortal Kombat 1 yet. The entire reason this segment supposedly exists. And he just forgot, I guess. Insane. I love it.
So at any point here, you know, these sticks are available, by the way. You can order them right now.
You can order them if you want. If you want to buy them from me, you can.
So I could order them and get them within a couple of days. But, you know, I don't
I want
have
you to buy them.
$400 to be dropping on this shit out of my pocket. So if anyone's interested in seeing that, let me know.
Fuck. He only he didn't shove paper plates down his disposal unit. Then he would have had it. But I guess he's the bag now.
You can contact me behind the scenes. You can publicly say something, and hey, any contribution.
Just don't contact him on Twitter. He's not very good with that.
Towards it, if that's the deal, if you're interested, and if you're not interested, then it's not a big deal. I'll just continue to play how I've
The same way LTG being not interested isn't a big deal.
Here, on Xbox. With this joystick, because this joystick's fine. All right.
Then what's
but
the issue?
It just means that when I play fighting games, we're gonna have a way decreased player base. Like I know.
Well, there's crossplay. He literally just said there's crossplay like 7 times.
MK1, probably if I get that beta, there won't be that many people, and then when the final game comes out, I almost guarantee you within a few weeks, there's not going to be enough competition to really have that be a long-running game. Xbox just isn't the console for that, okay?
But it's gonna have crossplay. I feel like a broken record. It's gonna have crossplay.
I want feedback. I want to know what you guys want. I want you guys to be a part of the decision as well. I don't want it to be just
The dude
about me,
cannot
okay?
decide. Like, obviously, he can't decide now because he wants people to buy it for him. But everything has to be decided by other people. It's crazy.
So please let me know your feedback. So all that being said, we got a lot of stuff
That being
going
said.
on. Armor Core 6 got donated. We're checking it out at the end of the month. I got a mini PC that
He got donated Armored Core 6, which looks pretty cool. It's like a mech game. It's a bit like, apparently, it's like how about the Souls people, isn't it? Like FromSoft. Looks kind of cool. It looks kind of neat. It's the 7th. He's playing it at the end of the month. Can't, you know, nudge around GTA 5 or anything like that. You know, because someone did go out their way to donate it to you. No, you just let's go wait. Sorry. Oh wait, hang on. Is it not out yet? Ah, hang on. Is this the one he got off a key site? Armored Core 6. Oh, it is as well. Sorry. Yeah, no, he is right. He's got to play at the end of the month. Because someone bought him a key off a key site, and he's like, I don't know if it's gonna work, guys. That's gonna be fun. Okay, well, you know what? Credit where it's due to DSP. I jumped the shark.
test. And once I've
Jumped the
done
gun,
that,
not just a shark.
I can
That's a
let you
completely
know,
different saying.
Will that affect the schedule, and will we be playing Chrono Trigger? Right?
I love how it says Chrono Trigger. It's like it's like so labored. It's
And
strange.
we got this whole fighting game joystick thing to think about. So there's a lot going on for now.
What is there
right?
to think
Like,
about?
going
You
on
want
right
that
now. We need
controller.
to
You've
discuss
thought
and
about it
figure
already.
out. I would love your feedback.
I got the drip going. I got the drip going. I got the drip going. I got the drip going.
I think this is the problem with these clip channels. I love them. I really do. But I don't. It really doesn't like drive home. This was literally 5 minutes after he had received a $400. Was it $400 or $300? Whatever it is, PC. It's in his like soul. He can't stop begging. He's just doing it for the thrill at this point. Now we're on DSP. Oh no. Oh, that's loud.
But if you've liked fighting games, this is good news for you. But I will ask for a favor.
Oh.
If you like fighting games, if you're appreciative of
Give
the
me
fact
money.
that I am putting in this effort,
This is
and
from
this
today's
investment into
stream, I
them
think.
to try to make it the optimal experience for all of us, for me to play them and you know, excel at them, and for you to enjoy the content I put out. Please support the fighting game streams. All right, you know, this is a huge investment. That joystick alone was.
This is after he bought. Oh, hang on, I've got my things out of order. Hang on, we're switching it up. We're back to Snort Hogan. Oh no, I forgot I can't full screen.
Snort.
There you go.
Snort.
We're back. We're back. We're so back.
Snort. I got the drip going.
Did I have coffee? I had my coffee. I'm all coffeeed up. The reason I was a few minutes late tonight is because
He was late. He couldn't have decided to order it at any moment. He waited until 5 minutes before the stream to order it. It's fucking great.
are you ready? I'm ready to make the announcement. I bit the bullet, and I am essentially going.
It's really crazy because if anyone else bought these things, like using stream, like money they earned off live streaming, it'd just be like, oh, hey guys, look at this cool thing I got. DSP, guys, I bit the bullet. I took it for the team. I love it. I really do. He's got such a great way of making like everything sound so labored. You think the guy was like crawling through like, you know, like a war-torn country, you know, bombs and barbed wire and shit everywhere to go get his new fight stick. He literally just ordered it offline. Anyway, let's continue.
Going to be converting over playing fighting games on PS5. I made the decision during the break. All right. So
This was during
what I
the
did
what? During the
is
break?
I got PlayStation Plus. I
Oh,
got
we bought
Street Fighter
everything during the
6,
break.
on PS5. I installed it, and I got it all set up
A bit
in
long,
sync
hang on.
with my Capcom ID and everything, so that when we play Street Fighter again this coming, what would it be, Monday night for community night, we'll play it over there. It won't matter. It won't affect anyone. It's gonna look exactly the same to everyone out there.
Yeah, it won't
It's the
affect
same
anything,
game and
so that's why we
everything,
didn't
it's
we shouldn't have
different
bothered.
platform. But the game looks the same, seems to run the same. I did play a practice match on my old Hori Real Arcade Pro 4 joystick. I don't like it.
Yes,
it works.
You have
Don't
to
get
make
me
sure
wrong,
you know he doesn't like
but
it.
you can tell it definitely doesn't feel as good as this joystick with the new Sanwa buttons I just installed.
Dude.
And so I did it. I ordered a joystick. I ordered a PS5 joystick. So it's coming sometime on Tuesday. No guarantee of delivery yet, but it's coming for this week. No, I'm losing my ranks. You do not get carryover ranks when you carry over from platform.
Can't
to
wait for the
platform in
delivery
Street Fighter
saga
6.
when he doesn't get it delivered on time.
But you don't. So I gotta start over. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Like, for example, take a look at my Honda. My Honda started in Diamond, and within one day I got
Oh,
it
it's
to
Honda's
3-star
so
Diamond.
lame. It's
So it's not
Headbutt,
like it's really not like a lot of lost. I feel
jab,
like it's a
jab,
lot of
grab
lost
every
progress
single
at all.
time.
Like, I get the feeling the first time I play with some of these characters in ranked, I will likely get them to Diamond anyway.
Or it's
You know, so I'm
headbutt,
not really
EX
too worried
headbutt,
about
I
that.
believe.
No, I got the cheapest PS Plus. I don't need any of the bells and whistles or anything.
You don't
like
need any of the
that
bells and
at
whistles,
all.
just
I don't want
expensive,
any of
the
free
best,
games
the
or nothing,
Cadillac
you know.
of
If I
fight
want to upgrade
sticks.
later, because there is a good free game, I'll think about it. But there's nothing on there I just got the base level PS Plus. So we'll see what happens. So yeah, starting Monday night, I'll start playing Street Fighter 6 on PlayStation, and I'm going to be using the old joystick for now, and then I'll convert over to the new one when it arrives sometime on Tuesday.
So if you
I
didn't
don't
even have
know
the control yet, why,
not.
other than smurfing, is he
And
not?
go from there.
Is he
Because the
switching
thing
over
is
yet?
now,
Like he's switching over
I
early.
can get. Oh, I see Jade. You're watching SummerSlam. All right, I'll see you when I see you. If you're, I'll watch a SummerSlam. It's all good.
I love how he gives the
But
dense
I'm
special
gonna
like
pre-order
attention.
MK1 soon, and that means I'll have the beta, and I'll be able to play the beta from the 18th to the 21st on PS5 with the bigger player base on a brand new joystick. So it works out. It's gonna work out.
This
Even though
entire
it's a lot of
thing
money
is
investment,
about this.
What I would hope is you guys like the fighting game stuff. If you could please support my streams in the next few weeks, because I just dropped a lot of money. I just bought a joystick. I just bought a game.
I love it,
bought
but
the freaking PS Plus for the year. I bought everything.
it used to be, well, not even used to be. We would just watch that clip and he said, "Guys, we have to discuss this, and we're gonna have to see what sort of if you think I should get it." And he's bought it, and now he's just putting the responsibility of refunding him, basically, of reimbursing him for his purchase. That is now on them because he decided to buy it. I love it. I love it.
Everything all at once. So that's a lot of money I just dropped. So it'd be nice. If
That's
you're
money,
gonna
yeah, it's money
do
you
that,
just dropped.
And, you know, if you could support it, I'd really appreciate it. Okay. Monkey Spank says I thought it was cross-platform. What? You thought
Monkey
what was
Spank.
cross-platform? Exactly.
What?
Exactly. Monkey Spank says I thought it was cross-platform. What? You thought what was cross-platform?
I love it. I love his weird little like muddying of things. He knows exactly what he's talking about, but he's just sort of trying to hope you ignore the fact that he didn't need this whatsoever
Exactly.
by obscuring it.
Street Fighter 6, Mortal Kombat 1. What are you speaking of?
Both. They're both cross-platform, so it doesn't matter what he's speaking of. You're a fucking idiot on both. Oh god, he's so dumb. I'm pulling a DSP now. This guy's an idiot, dude. Did he? Oh, I thought it was still paused. He should stop. Hello?
Street Fighter is cross-platform, but your progress doesn't carry over. If you
So there's
play on
literally no reason to get it.
Xbox, you can play people who are also on Xbox, PlayStation, or PC. They all play
I
each
think
other,
he's literally confirming. Yeah, guys, this was completely pointless.
but your rankings don't carry over. I know that sounds pretty stupid, doesn't it? But
Yeah, that does sound pretty stupid, but for a different reason.
it's just how it works. Sadly, they don't carry over. So because of that, I lose.
I guess I'll have to smurf. Ah, what a shame. It just worked out that way. I just bought a 500 Fucking what? You basically collectively spent 500 quid or USDs. I just worked out that way, I guess.
Rankings when I play on PlayStation.
I guess after Smurf.
Yeah, I'm starting over with those rankings. No, I didn't buy Mortal Kombat 1 yet. I seriously just spent like over like $400, almost $500. It was the joystick and the other two plus all the tax and everything. I was like, dude, I'll buy Mortal Kombat.
Am I going insane? Right? Okay, I'm not good with tax because I'm not self-employed. The government sorts that out for me, and my employer. He said, why is he bothered about tax? Aren't these all business expenses? I mean, he said his mortgage was a business expense, so how is this not a business expense? I guess it's just muddying things, isn't it? That's what he likes to do.
But not yet. That's crazy. You know, I mean, like, dude, I'll buy it in a week or two if I can afford it. You know, I mean, I'll afford it by then. You know what?
He did make more money in LTG, so he should be
No,
fine.
I've not done Battle Hub once in Street Fighter 6. Haven't even bothered with it.
We know how that is.
Yeah, Jade. Now I'll have it on both. I'll be able to jump across, but there's no real point. Like once you get settled into one platform.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, he's already got. I'm sorry, I'm shutting down here. Let's start again.
I'll be able to jump across, but there's no real point. Like once you get settled into one platform for Street Fighter 6, since it's fully cross-platform, it doesn't really matter. Like why would I play it back on Xbox?
Why would you buy it on PS5? Because it's cross-plat. I feel like a broken record here, but he's literally just like. He's like dangling it in your face, like, yeah, guys, I have wasted money. Anyway, what the hell's Proteus? I don't know, it's just strange to me. He didn't play any of these games. Is he doing anything on his off time?
If I'm playing on PlayStation 5,
When was the last time you played Fallout 3?
New components, I'll probably just stick there. You know, I'll probably stick on PS5. Yes, I played the original Mortal Kombat when it came out in arcades and on home console. I never owned it, but I rented it a bunch of times.
Guy's a fucking fossil, man.
That were on the floor, they were shot in the face, and now they're not on the fucking floor. They're in the morgue. Well, actually, they're not in the morgue. They're in the ground. That was like over 10 years ago, so they're dead and buried, probably rotting away. Or if they truly were criminals with no families to claim them, they probably.
Whatever it is, cut this out. We don't need this bit.
And the dust was thrown like into the river or something, or launched into space. It's
The
Mass
river.
Effect. It would launch right into fucking space, right? No, I did not hear that The Rock bought a house for a UFC fighter who only had $7 in the bank. Good on him, I guess.
How's a UFC fighter only $7 in the bank?
I have no idea. Oh yeah, I played Killer Instinct in arcades as well, Cheetah Man.
I love this bit when even his chat don't know what to talk to him about, so they just go to fighting games. It's like on his reaction stuff, everything is about food or fighting games. Anything else just gets skipped. It's crazy.
Am I considering getting Battle Pass for Street Fighter 6? I already had. What are you talking about? The Battle Pass? You mean that you earn the in-game stuff? I've been doing it all along. That's another thing too. That doesn't carry over. None of that stuff carries over. None of it.
He literally, so he's lost all his stuff. I don't. What? I'm trying to process. I really am. I'm trying to wrap my head around it. So not only has he lost his rank, he's lost his cosmetics, his little avatars at the start of a fight, all his costume pieces and all that, all his progress in the single player, I assume. And what's he gained? The ability to smurf. Iconic. Truly one of the greatest, you know, well, he's top 4 Evo. We should expect this sort of stuff.
Pass, what I'd have to do is I would have to buy the in-game currency to purchase the Battle Pass and then earn back the Battle Pass points, you see? However that works.
Hang on, didn't he buy the special edition of Street Fighter? So he had the Battle Pass, I assume, from that version of Street Fighter. And then he just got the regular one this time, and now... just continue, I give up.
Good evening, Derek. I'm always looking forward to the React show on Sunday, of course.
I wish I could see Derek's messages, they're so good. He writes stuff like he's got a gun to his head.
So guys, yes, tonight, if you could help me out and support tonight's stream, that would be delightful. You know, liking the stream helps a lot, but of course, anything else, whether it's a super chat, a membership, a gifted membership, or a tip, considering
He's got it down so well now. It's like LTG quitting games. You can just do it like that.
Stuff, if you could invest tonight in the stream, that would be really nice of you, and I would appreciate that.
Guys, don't bother with stocks. Don't bother with Bitcoin. Invest in DSP. At least you know you're gonna lose. Then there's no chance.
We'll see what happens.
I got the drip go. I got the drip.
So, okay, we're back on track now. This was just after his begging segment though. Ah, fuck, I forgot to land that one. That's wrong with DSP, so his mic's so quiet that everyone has to boost him, but they do it to different levels.
We'll ask for a favor. If you like fighting games, if you're appreciative of the fact that I am putting in this effort and this investment into them to try to make...
To be fair, he is putting in a lot of effort to Smurf. I'll give him credit. Most people just make a new account.
Experience for all of us, for me to play them and you know, excel at them, and for you to enjoy the content I put out. Please support the fighting game stream. All right, you know, this is a huge investment. That joystick alone was hundreds of dollars. Then I rebought Street Fighter 6. I got the year of PS Plus. That's over $100. And then moving forward, I'm gonna get MK1. That's more and more. And
the first, like, come on, at least if he was trying to be convincing, the first thing he should have bought was MK1. You know what I mean? Like, at least try to cover it up. This is what annoys me with DSP. He's a terrible liar. Like, at least if... Okay, you're a scammer. Okay, you're a beggar. But at least be good about it, you know what I mean? At least be clever. Fucking bum.
More, okay? So, please support the fighting games, because I just dropped a lot of money, alright? I'm not saying, hey, guys...
Guys, I bought, like, a new car. So, that's now your responsibility to pay for.
Come on the stream and dump a ginormous contribution. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, hey, come to the fighting game stream
and give me money.
Watch, please support. If you're someone who watches the fighting game footage on demand after the fact, please consider supporting in some way besides ad revenue. Ad revenue on YouTube is so...
It's not just enough anymore. You can't just watch a YouTube video and be, you know, and be, okay, I give my ad revenue and I get the video. That's the usual exchange when it comes to YouTube. I'm just eating. I don't want to be one of those people who eat to the night. With DSP, you watch him, you give him the ad revenue, then you have to send him a tip and maybe even some stuff behind the scenes. That checks out.
So tiny. And even if you've watched every single one of my Street Fighter 6 videos, you know, does it help? Of course it does.
What a fucking dick. I just actually, what a cunt. Like, unironically, this guy's awful. Yeah, does it help? Not really, actually. Go fuck yourself. Like, come on.
But with this investment I'm making in it, hopefully you'll consider maybe a tip or you know, a super thanks on a video or something like that. That would be very...
You can't super thanks him. He hates those. He asks for them, but as soon as he gets them, he says, please tip me now instead so I can get it tonight so I can pay for DoorDash.
Very, you know, nice of you to go above and beyond, and thank you in advance to anyone who does support the fact that I just invested a ton into this, okay? So there we go. Now, going on behind the scenes.
What is this? I've watched DSP for like, what? 3 years? Well, not watched him, but I've observed DSP for about 3 years. Maybe even close to 4. And I think it's about that anyway. I don't know. Maybe it might only be 2. Anyway. The entire time, I have no idea what this is. I still haven't figured it out. Like, why is it so strange? Why does this one have no outline? Well, the one on the right has no outline. The one on the left does. And then there's whatever the fuck is in the middle there. It's just... What is he the king of, by the way? You know, I think he's supposed to be the king of hate, but he's not that anymore. So what is he the king of?
Of everything. And I tried to tell you guys about it without giving you specifics. And it's hard to do, to explain that to people. But, yeah. My company is not bankrupt. My business is not bankrupt.
Business.
My business is doing well. It's profitable. The problem is, all...
Go ask any other streamer. Are they going to go hold a fucking streamer company in a business? Fucking clown.
of profit gets sucked up by this insane amount of unsecured personal debt that I have, and and also, quite frankly,
It's kind of crazy how he had this it's actually pretty genius method of, oh well, you know, all my money's going to debt, and you know, I'm going bankrupt. Oh, that's where all that money goes. Okay, that's fair. And then after the bankruptcy, he just stopped making excuses. Like, first it was bills for a little bit, then it's just trailed off. Now it's I'm rich and I'm doing better than LTG, and you know I don't need no sponsors because I'm doing really well. Also, give me money because I'm going to fucking die. I'm going to eat a lunch meat sandwich, please. It can't be both.
the condo in Connecticut. Once again, third day. Okay.
Like it cuts back to him just not being there for a second.
Third day of having this mini PC, and I keep getting more information about it, and people keep talking about it.
Oh, hang on. We missed a part there. Because the part I was looking for... Okay, well, so what happened is... I'll have to fill this in here. I believe the name was Lavinia, something like that. Not the people he partnered with. It was close to Lavaria, that's how I remember it. They said... that's not gonna overheat. You're fine, basically, because DSP said if I try to run Elden Ring or something that caliber, it'll overheat because AMD graphics cards are made to overheat. Which I had an AMD for about 3 years and I did not know that, so I'm glad DSP filled me in. DSP then proceeded to just straight up. I don't even know how. There's no other way to put this. He just bullied this person. He took like a 15-minute segment out just to make fun of this random lady in chat. And then he finds out that it does have cooling because it has fucking fans that he pointed out. This is after this. This is after the mockery.
Okay? So now here we are. Day one, when I got the mini PC, I didn't know much about it at all. Alright? Day two, I have people telling me that's going to be a really good PC for emulation. That's going to be a really good PC for...
In general. Well, not a good one, but a decent PC.
How can I say? Like projects, but it's not...
Projects. What's this clown doing with projects? Project 7's coming back.
It's not meant to be a thing to play video.
No one said this. People said this PC will actually probably run, like, decent-looking games on low settings. But somehow been warped into... This game, it's okay for projects and emulation, but nothing else. You're right, DSP. Those are speakers on the side.
3D modern games on or anything. It's basically one of those...
3D modern games. Like we're in the fucking... the 2000s. Not even that. We're back in the N64. Holy moly, look at these 3D graphics. Look at these polygons. Holy moly, look at Star Fox. What those... I can count those polygons.
That it's going to overheat, so you're not going to go too crazy with it if you know. But...
Oh, this is... Hang on, this is day 3. He already got proven wrong about the overheating thing, and he's saying that people told him it's going to overheat.
As a little, standalone project thing, it's nice.
Project thing, fuck off.
After talking about this on the podcast yesterday...
Oh, hang on, now here we go.
I get a bunch of messages overnight, people saying, you got it completely wrong. You have no idea. This actually is a gaming PC.
It is. Well, it's not, but it is. PC that can run games.
And I'm like...
And so he conflates that to gaming PC.
Like, huh? And they're like, yeah, so that people have now done research on the actual...
Okay, hang on, so he snake laughs like it's wrong. And then says, oh, actually, yeah, people have researched and said it's right.
This thing, because now they know the name of it and everything. And come to find out, it can play modern 3D games. Now,
then why was he snake laughing? I don't get it.
Well, like you could play them around mid to low settings, and yeah, you're not going to be pushing full 60 frames per second, but you can play decently.
Oh, what did I do?
Yeah, but you can play decently.
What the hell?
Certain games like Spider 12 literally just said it can play games like Witcher 3, but you have to play it on low settings. You see, so it can.
He's right. See, do you not see?
Games. I don't know if
Let's have a look at that face again. You see, he's right because it can play Witcher on low, which means it can't play 3D games apparently. So in a way, DSP was actually right all along, and you're all idiots and don't know what you're talking about. Also, give him money.
You see, So it can play some modern games. I don't know if I would want to play Witcher 3 on this on low settings when I could just fucking play it on my PS5.
Yeah, but it can. That's the thing. It can. And people were saying it can, and you were saying it can't.
You see what I mean? Like, why would I do that? It's kind of silly. I can just play it on a console. It's going to look a lot better, right? Because I'm a piece of shit that commits internet fraud.
So
and
true.
I think that there's no repercussions for my horrendous illegal actions. It's almost
What's that about Tevin?
almost on par with Steam Deck from what people are telling me. It's like almost the equivalent of a Steam Deck.
Almost. Not a Steam Deck, because he wants one of those more. It's almost.
Yeah, you're almost there, all right? Supposedly, this does have a fan in it, which blows me away. Don't ask me how that fan fits in that goddamn thing.
Yeah, DSP somehow thought it had, like, ventilation holes, but not a fan. I don't know.
But supposedly there's a fan in it. Okay, I guess we'll see again. I haven't hooked it up yet. That's what I'm doing tonight. All right. So apparently it does have.
Look at his leg. You know what? This is another thing people haven't talked about. His leg bouncing. I do it as well, but I've never noticed it with DSP. Look at his man boob there in the corner. It's still there.
So apparently it does have some kind of a cooling solution. Okay.
Damn, he's going mental with that.
So I guess we'll see when I hook it up tonight how it works. But here's my goal. Money. It does fit in front of my TV.
He's gone again. Why after every cut has he gone? Like, who disappears this much on the stream? Speaking of which, I'm gonna go get myself another drink. Back in a second. Here's a BRB screen. I'm gonna put the Sonic music a bit higher. There you go. Enjoy some instrumental Sonic art. Back in 2 minutes. back with more gin. Also, I decided to mute my mic as soon as I unmuted, so I'm sorry if it made a noise. Yeah, I'm back with gin because I need some for this. And, it's DSP, so it's fitting, It's in character. But DSP, not for me. I don't know. My English isn't very good. Holy fuck, there's a lot of that. Right, let's get going anyway. Oh, Jesus. Remember when DSP took shots of, he took shots of gin? That was really strange. I don't think I've ever seen anyone take shots of gin before. Like, I've worked in bars, like, multiple times. Like, I think I've worked in, like, 3. And, yeah, I think about 3. I don't know, I might be forgetting. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a human being take shots of gin. You put it with a mixer like a normal human being. I don't know. Anyway, let's continue. Oh, there he is. Mid-sitting back down from just being gone for some reason.
I'm going to be putting it over there as I set this up. I'm not going to be using that keyboard to play games. I'm going to be using the gamepad. You know, my Xbox controller via USB. But I need to, obviously I need.
That's his new USB. He didn't review that lead.
Set up, right? Let's take a look at this mouse.
So people are confusing this. Even in the title of this video, if you just look here, it says calling the mouse junk. I think people think this is the mouse from the mini PC, but this is an old mouse that DSP had.
What the fuck is this? Oh. It's a weighted mouse. It has 2 weights that are loose that you could put in the mouse.
I don't know why he's so dismissive of like such random stuff. Like, if he really did claim to, because he claimed he built PCs and he was into PCs for a little while, he'd know that people have weighted mouses. I don't know how it works for computer. I don't know what you call a computer, multiple computer mice. Yeah, but you would know that people use these things, but he just doesn't. He's just completely unaware, but he takes his position of authority like he knows what he's talking about, and it fucking drives me up the wall.
That's really stupid. Let me see here. Yeah, look how dumb this mouse is. It has, oh Jesus! It went fucking flying. Hold on.
Just fell off. He's so desperate for content. Anything happening is like a massive deal. It's like when his cat fucking meowed and he made a short of it. What was it called? Human shocked when shy cat speaks. What a fuck. Oh, I love DSP. He's such a fucking idiot.
It literally went flying, and I think I just lost one of the weights. Cause I think it had 4. I think it had 4 weights. And I just opened it, and one of them went flying. I don't know where it went. Oh, here it is. Okay. So the whole idea of a weighted mouse is so silly. Like,
no, it's not. Because people like the feel of it.
Have tons of weight. It's so dumb.
Tons of weight. Because atrophied muscles not move these around.
And then in there you could put 4 weights that weigh down the mouse, and have it.
People just like the feel of it, so it doesn't feel as
really
cheap.
About this mouse being a gaming mouse, which I'm not. It looks really ugly. Ugly mouse.
It's a regular mouse.
They idiotically put that gooey shit.
It's a complete. I guess it's not a great looking mouse, but it's fine.
You know how it's like supposed to feel soft, but it's really not. It's like that rubberized shit.
It's called a rubber DSP.
They got it here on the mouse, and
who's described rubber as soft? It's not like felt. It's not like a. It's not like a fur or something. What?
The mouse is already like 9 years old. Now I've never used it, thankfully, but this wears out.
Why? Okay, no, you got this with something, right? Okay, I was gonna say why does he have it, but I'll let him off. I'll let him off.
Ow. This wears out like crazy. I don't know why they put that on there. It's junk.
What do you mean it wears out like crazy? He doesn't know. He's actually not used it.
It really is junky, so you can tell it's a crappy mouse. Here, how does it feel? Let me put the weights onto this thing. People, wow, Phil actually isn't the bad guy that people always purported him to be. In fact, what he's pointing out is that his worst moment is nowhere near as bad as what people make it out to be.
Is that when he jerked off?
This is so stupid. Oh! Did you see that? It jumped out.
Did you see that, guys? My cat spoke. I'm sorry, I can't get over that.
Attacked me.
We have to watch that clip next.
they're 5 gram.
Very
weights,
short.
and you can put 4 of them in. So I put 4 5-gram weights into my mouse.
Oh, that's
And
strong.
now I have a minorly weighted mouse. Like this matters, right? Oh, Phil actually is a really toxic person, so we're just gonna keep saying, "Why am I toxic?" Because it's a meme.
I've never seen that clip before. That's really good. Was that during? Oh, what are you drinking during that one? The Christmas streams are always pretty interesting.
Oh,
He does it into the mic. He leans into the mic before
oh my God.
making these noises.
So
And he goes, "Excuse me, guys, sorry." It's like, you're clearly not.
there we go. I have a keyboard and mouse to use with this mini PC. I'll actually put it over there because this is where I'm going to use it later. Run Fightcade on this mini PC and
Oh, this is talking about Fightcade, sweet.
play retro
Look at his mic. Look at it wobble. Hang on.
fighting games, Super Turbo,
That's crazy.
Strike, classics that I've wanted to play for years and years. Maybe people will actually play the old school versus.
See, I have ADHD, so I mean, I know if he's clearly got something. So I know obviously he's probably moving around a lot, and he's tapping his foot. And I do have the same issue with having my mic a certain distance away from my face. But come on, at least try. At least fucking try.
Games, X-Men versus Street Fighter, stuff like that. Marvel vs. Capcom 1, which I was one of the best in the world at one.
Best in the world. Fucking he's the worst. Is that like how he's the best in the world at Street Fighter PS2?
Point, and I haven't played in a million years, right? So all those old school fighters, I may actually be able to play them. Now there is a downfall to that.
There's always a downside. Now it can just ever be fine. There's always an excuse to why something can't be done.
People who play on Fightcade are ultimate tryhards.
Yeah, because they like the game. It should be fine though. He was one of the best in the world, if not the best at one point. So he should have no issue.
I know this for a fact. They've literally been sitting there for the past 20 years playing these games on Fightcade. So they're master.
I like how this is a negative thing for other people. This guy is a guy who played fucking Street Fighter 2 Turbo for like, I don't know, when he stopped playing it after Goji Tanks fucking clapped him like 1,000 times. What, he must have stopped playing it like early 2020 maybe? I don't know, somewhere around there. Maybe a bit later. And he's got the gall to criticize dudes for playing a game they just enjoy playing.
I'll probably get my ass handed to me trying to play these games on Fightcade.
He always has to, this annoys me as well. He always has to like preload excuses like, oh yeah, I'm probably gonna lose. It's like, just play the game and just see what happens. You might do pretty well. You might be surprised. You might go, oh, I'm a bit rusty. It says like, oh guys, I'm gonna lose and be shit. I'm terrible. And then when he does great, he's like, actually guys, I did really well. Here's a 6-hour podcast section.
Because these people have fucking been playing it nonstop. It's like to them, every day's competition day.
Crazy. It's almost like people play fighting games for competition. I don't get fighting games, but for a little while, I had a group of friends who used to play Mortal Kombat 11. And it was fun. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed, oh, well, I'm learning how to do this, and I'm learning how to do this, and we're all getting better. And because someone's got better at something, you go away and practice it, and then you're a bit better at it, and that's the fun part of a fighting game. But nah, the DSP just wants to fucking pub stomp.
For what? But that's how they are. So you're like, oh, Marvel 1, I haven't played this.
For what? Yeah, you don't have Diamond like he does, so they don't have Master. They're not Master Blankers like he is. So it doesn't mean anything. They can't have fun. They can't play the game they want because there's no weird idol put next to the name after they win a certain amount of matches.
Like 10 years, let's have some fun. Oh, one-hit death. What the fuck?
One-hit death in a fighting game.
I'm trying to figure out my special moves.
That's what training mode's for, retard.
Oh my god. What a fucking idiot.
Oh, what are we on now? Then ban all the chat after. See, this is the same person. So this person who pointed out, I saw that before. They pointed out how DSP was wrong about what his PC could run, and obviously he just made shit up after the fact. But this is the person who said, obviously, DSP, you're wrong. And DSP said no and made fun of him. And literally, I don't like saying the word, but he literally basically bullied this person for at least 15 minutes. Made a whole segment of it. It was really like embarrassing on his part. So he did that, and then this person, after he admits that, oh, there's computer camera and stuff, this person goes, well, yeah, you berated me for this, and I was right. Can I at least get an apology? And this is what happens.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Oh, let me preface this with one other thing. This person was sending messages, and DSP saw them but refused to respond for about 20 minutes. He was just talking about Street Fighter and schedules and everything. Just, I've never seen him talk so much. He didn't take a single breath. And this person kept spamming it, because obviously they feel entitled to an apology, and I think they're right in that regard. So he kept spamming, and now he finally decides to answer, and this is what happens.
Just listen to this. Gee, I wonder. I can't wait to read this one, because gee, I wonder.
I love prefacing stuff.
Mentality is possibly coming from. Are you ready? Listen to this. This is great. There is speculation online. The only reason you bought the PS5 version of Street Fighter 6
Oh no, this is about Street Fighter. Insane.
By better players on Xbox. It's cross-platform. Let's continue. People are
because it ranks you down.
saying you're just going to pad your stats on PS5 playing crappier players.
Yeah, he's smurfing. He literally is smurfing.
Cross-platform.
I love this. He knows exactly what they're talking about. He knows exactly what they're saying, but he refuses to acknowledge it. It's crazy. It's one of the things I hate most about DSP is the way he does this. He knows exactly what the argument is, but he takes everything literally and just goes over the top of it. And people just like nod and clap and go, yeah, Phil, you're right. It's like, obviously, his fans lack critical thinking skills, but it drives me up the fucking wall.
Did I not say what I hope I can do is very quickly get back to where I was? For example, with Honda, I'm at 3-star Diamond. That's after 1 day of playing Honda on Xbox. What makes you think I can't do that on PS5?
Blanca.
I'll be back there within 1 or 2 sessions. With Blanca, yes, it took 2 months to get to Master, but that's because it took me over a month to get to Diamond. You understand? Now, I'll probably place in Diamond after playing my ranking match.
So, DSP got extremely lucky, okay? He thinks he didn't, but he did. So apparently, what Street Fighter 6 did was how it used to work was when you're in Diamond, it would rank you. If you're in Diamond 5, just say, that's the top tier of Diamond, it would rank you sometimes, very rarely, with Masters, which is like the best of the best. You know, that's like your top tier. And if you beat them, you get more, but your chances were pretty low you'd beat them because they were Masters and they were good at the game. So, for a while, DSP had a whole session of playing Blanca, and every time he came up against a master player, I think there was Camis and mainly Ryu's and Ken's, and every time he came up against one, instant loss, claps. I've never seen someone lose so fast, because I don't watch Street Fighter, but still, it was embarrassing. And after that, next time we tried to play Blanca, they've actually patched it so you didn't get matched with these people anymore. You only got matched with Diamond 5s, and I think Diamond 4s, maybe 3s even as well. So basically then all DSP did was feed, well, these people fed DSP basically. They just gave him free wins. Even then he lost a couple of times. He lost to a gold Ryu, which is pretty cool, on a casual play. Anyway, yeah, he basically just destroyed these people who have basically no fundamentals, and basically got to Diamond by some minor miracle. And he just got to Master with no fanfare, no big, oh, we did it, we beat a Master and we've got to Masters. Nothing, just like, yeah, we did it, Diamond. I mean, Master. Oh, okay. And then he did a whole segment bragging about it. But yeah, and DSP was complaining about this. He said, why can't I play Masters? Thinking he'd win, which he never did. Because I want more points. But that literally, I don't know if he realized it, but it literally is the only reason he got Master. Anyway.
I'll go right into Diamond and turbo through. This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard because it just shows a complete lack of any kind of conscious, intelligent thought.
I love the conscious, intelligent thought. Like, come on. It's so smug. It's so condescending. These people, there's not even a thought going through their head because I know what I'm talking about. These people don't. While completely misrepresenting what they're saying. It's crazy.
You know, put a fucking brain in your head between your two ears and stop just repeating and parroting
This is someone who thought a rainy day fund was a fund you used on a rainy day.
what dumb shit say to try to make things sound bad.
This is someone who butchers the English language on a daily basis.
In regards to fighting games or how this game works, it's cross-platform. You're not running from players. You're playing the same players on any...
It keeps getting better. Every time he mentions it's cross-platform, he literally digs the knife in with how much he's smurfing. It's like, you know, at first, oh, you just got it because he wanted to try out the new stick on Street Fighter. Okay, that's a bit stupid, but yeah. Every time he mentions that everything is the same as set rank, it shows exactly what his plan was.
Any console, just that I have to get through those rankings again quickly. So it's the most insanely stupid.
So you get a stream or two of destroying people who are worse than you at the game, so you can pad your ego out.
Thing I've ever heard, and you want take a wild guess who's saying that, right?
Who? Give us a name.
The dumb
Admin. That being said, who's saying it?
fuck trolls who don't actually understand at all how Street Fighter 6 works.
Yeah, people just don't understand ranking systems. You know, something that had been in games since like, I mean, when were they mainly popularized? Like League of Legends, at least. Well, you know, latest probably. But they've been in games for fucking ever. People don't understand that. People don't understand ranking systems, apparently.
Works, right? So, if they're that dumb, I don't know what else to say. I don't, you know, if you're that stupid,
This is... People don't understand ranking systems. Coming from the guy who claimed he was #1... Well, he said he's #1... The #1 American player in Street Fighter Turbo for EVO that year. Just ignore the people above him. Obviously, they're all Japanese, but I don't see what difference that makes.
you don't understand Street Fighter 6, but you want to spin everything into a toxic negative thing towards me, I can't help you if you're that stupid. You know, I wish people weren't as stupid and they didn't literally make stupid narratives that then...
The overuse of stupid is something that really gets under my skin. People who are so thing to call others stupid usually pretty insecure about their own intelligence, and for DSP that's obviously a pretty sore spot. And I don't know, it always reeks to me like a superiority complex. Like, okay, just say someone is stupid. What do you get off insulting them? What, because they don't have, you know, the same mental faculties as you? It's okay to berate them and call them and treat them as lesser individuals. Like, what the fuck? How is that okay?
People blindly followed because they're also stupid and they just want to believe toxic negative shit about people on the
Toxic
internet.
negative.
Like, there's literally nothing...
This didn't need to happen. This didn't need to happen. He could have just went, that's not true. Actually, I'll probably get up to Masters pretty quick. Anyway, let's see what Jade says. But instead he's doing this.
Stupidity. My whole goal here is to get as fast back to the rankings I have on PS5 as I had on...
Listen to that.
Here is to get as fast back to the rankings...
You hear that? You might not be able to hear what move. All you hear is just two loud thuds. He smacks the table in front of him with his mic on.
I have on PS5 as I had on Xbox.
Genius.
But the sad fact is, there's
Oh
more...
my god, look how awful his camera was. It's crazy. He talks a lot about how he upgraded his setup, but obviously someone bought it for him. If the people, I forget who it was now, if the people who bought him the webcam didn't buy him the webcam, this is what we'd still have. This very day. It's to the guy who buys him a mini PC sent him it, but still, this would have lasted at least another couple years.
That's who bought that, right? So what are you even talking about? Makes no logical sense whatsoever, but that's how these people are. They're really dumb.
They're really dumb. This is coming from someone who streamed for at least, what, 8 years maybe? And streams on 12,000 bitrate, despite the fact that his Wi-Fi can't handle it. Genius.
All right. Lavinia has been spamming the stream chat.
Ah, here we go.
You not for an hour.
This is the person who he ignored. And that's why they were spamming it, was because he was ignoring them.
Okay?
Now this bit, I'm going to warn you, this bit is actually, like, toxic. This is one of the most horrible segments I've seen on anything in a while. Like, this segment is the kind of segment I wish people would send to popular streamers. Because people send him, like, oh, look, DSP's bad at games. Oh, DSP jerks off. No, this is, like, the real, like, awful shit that people should be exposed to. This segment right here.
Warned her to not do it, and she kept doing it anyway. So now it's time to address the very important comment from Lavinia. You ready for this?
It is important, yeah.
You want to address how you treated me like a dunce and replayed out your intro for me? Because I said exactly this to you about your mini PC.
Yep.
Well, we already addressed this, but I guess we'll do it again.
Here we go. So, for context, DSP, the first time around, said, oh, well, clearly you missed out. And he played the intro again. It was all very toxic. He played the podcast intro a second time, basically to mock this person before going into a tirade. It was pretty embarrassing. So guess what he does again? To apologize for his brash and, you know, just cruel way of acting on stream.
Hold on a second, everyone. Let's have another special restarting of the podcast this morning. 2 days
He did it again.
Lavinia, since she wants me to go back and readdress it. So here we go. Listen, buddy, you're an asshole. We hate you. We don't want to see your fucking goofy looking face.
I like how he censored like a picture of a corpse. It's like a crime scene picture.
Alright, we're not going to do that because that's wasting everyone's time.
So he thinks in his weird fucked up head that him basically acknowledging that his PC is actually better, his mini PC is actually better than he thought, makes up for the fact that he got this person and publicly mocked them in front of his quote-unquote fans.
But the point I just made is that today I have more information about the mini PC than
He had more information on the day. People were telling him this on the day. But according to him, people in the chat were agreeing with him.
Yesterday. As you know, day over day, things change. That's called life. That's called gaining information.
He's a fallible human, guys. He's a fallible... I can't wait for the fallible human line.
Based on time and investment, and then you gain wisdom based on things you learn.
He literally mocked this person. I need to find this clip because I can't drive it in enough. How he literally just basically bullied this person on stream for about 15 minutes. It's honestly just fucking... It's not on for what he did.
From what I'm to understand, this PC is better than initially what I was told.
What he was told, not what he said, which he claimed. The same guy who claimed that AMD graphics cards were made to overheat and claimed that they didn't have any thermal paste on them, which he called cooling gel.
Initially, I was told it wasn't so good, and then more people did research when I actually gave you the specs on it yesterday, or the full name of it yesterday, and said, no, actually, it's better than you thought.
This Lavinia character told him this after the fact. Not before they saw the name, this was after it.
Maybe the power of a Steam Deck, which is good. So, I'm glad that it's better than I thought, alright?
Yeah, okay, apologize to Lavinia.
RG Beef says, you literally said
That
yesterday
happened.
AMD processors don't have cooling like Intel processors do. That's not true. That was 100% based on facts told me, or information.
He said it with such certainty. I love him. He's fucking delusional. You told me that AMD GPUs were made to overheat. It's your fault, guys. Fucking moron.
Okay?
See, I feel okay. I criticize these people calling everyone stupid, but I feel okay calling this guy stupid because he deserves every minute of ridicule he gets. People just go, oh, well, you should leave him alone. He's just playing games. No, this guy is a bully. He's a guy who clearly got bullied in high school, and now he's got this tiny position of power where he can ban people and you can't say anything back. He abuses it. He abuses it constantly, and he deserves to be fucking mocked for it and laughed at and called a fucking dunce like he calls everyone else.
Told to me by viewers, and you have the right to dispute that and say that's not true. What I said was, if you have an AMD processor and an Intel processor, and it's in a mini PC, and there's no cooling, the AMD runs hotter.
That's not what he said at all. He said they're made to overheat.
That's what I was told. But apparently, this mini PC does have a.
It's crazy. He just rewrites history. Just as like, no, that's not happened anyway. It is a completely different scenario that never even occurred.
Fan. In which case, I guess that's great then, right? It has a fan, so that means it's going to cool it.
It's fine. It's fine that I bullied you for 5 minutes, 15 minutes even.
Oh, excuse me. Oh my God, excuse me. All of a sudden, I'm belching everywhere. Oh my God, excuse me. Oh, excuse me.
We're gonna skip this if it keeps going. I can't listen to this. There you go.
Hearsay based on what people tell me. You're right, because I'm one person and you are many. I don't have infinite time to sit here and research every single possible
Maybe you should research the thing you was given before you shut up on stream.
thing that I say about everything. I don't.
Maybe you shouldn't berate people with things you barely know things about.
I base it on things that I hear from you guys, things I read on social media or news stories.
It's Twitter's fault. It's X's fault that he he bullied that person for 15 minutes.
And stuff. You know, am I at Evo?
Whoa, he's
to know
getting.
that the USB ports are melting? Should I have gone there, flown out there to confirm the reports, or could I just talk about it?
He's just
on
been
my
a cunt at
podcast?
this one.
Do you see? But you want to nitpick because you want to basically make me look like a villain or like.
I'm just gonna let this go. I'm just gonna let it continue.
And I'm not. So enough of your bullshit. How about that? How about you hold me to the same human standards as every
Human. I like that. Just hold him to the same human standards. Like he's wearing a skin suit or something. He's a little grey guy under there.
single other person who streams, and stop acting.
He's a fallible human, guys, okay? He's not a grey alien.
Supposed to be an infallible human who knows everything. I don't.
It's always fallible, infallible. Fuck off.
I base it off of input I get.
Say, I make mistakes sometimes. Anyway, I apologize. Done. It's crazy how simple that is.
Every day. In fact, you know what I'm saying? So people, when I first got this 2 days ago, people were sending me information. Hey, here's what I think. Here's what, you know, and I base what I talk about.
Yeah, to be fair, I'm pretty sure Derek actually said, DSP, did you know that AMD GPUs are made to overheat? They are made to combust. Just that's by design. They're made to explode into pieces.
That's based on what people are telling me. So then yesterday, some people were like, we don't think that information is correct. Can you give
And then what did you do? You restarted, apparently, quote unquote, restarted the stream. You made fun of them for 15 minutes each. There was 2 of them. And now you're acting like it didn't happen.
So I did. I told you the actual stats on the box. Okay? People researched it overnight and now came at me overnight and actually left me comments. They're like, no, actually, you don't even understand. That's actually
Comments. You can't leave him comments correcting him. He just doesn't. He just refuses to let them on his video.
way better than you think it is. You can play some 3D games and things on there. Again, not high settings. It should be fine. It shouldn't overheat. And I was like, oh, that's good to know. Because
It's good to know it's not going to burn down my house. Yeah, it's probably useful information.
now maybe I could consider doing things that I wasn't thinking of doing, you know, with this new information. That's cool, right? But you have to understand, I'm not going to be perfect. I'm not going to have ultimate knowledge every day.
If you okay, so if you don't know something about something, what you do is you find someone who does, and then you mock them repeatedly. Because that's what normal humans do. This is what fallible human beings do. Apparently, they find people who do know what they're talking about. Instead of listening to them, they berate them and mock them and make them a laughingstock in front of tens of people.
Yesterday, we had people coming into the last third of the podcast asking me questions about things we answered in the first third.
It wasn't questions. They were telling you how fucking stupid you were.
And it was over and over. Like, well, so what? Am I supposed to restart the show?
No, you're supposed to go, oh, I guess you're right. You seem to know what you're talking about. Or, I don't know, I'll look into it later.
To tell you everything I already told you in the first third of the show? Like,
Well, what's he going to tell you? Guys, in case you missed, AMD graphics cards do melt through your floor like alien blood.
it's ridiculous. Again, no one else is held to these kind of crazy standards,
And he starts playing the victim. I love it.
and no one else gets this kind of criticism.
Guys, why do other people get to bully people for free? I want to get free passes.
Only Dark Side Phil, because people want to sit here in a toxic environment.
Oh, it's because he's Darkside Philip. If he was anyone else, with his coloured hair and his gaming chair and his sponsors, they'd let him berate people for 6 hours straight.
I'm now the underdog of the internet again.
All right, and they want to be rude to me.
Rude. Fuck off.
I'm trying to entertain you every day, acting like this is some
Rude.
kind of a fucking scientific show about PCs or something. It's not. So,
Nah.
newsflash, this isn't Linus Tech Tips. This isn't Digital Foundry. This is DSP Gaming. I'm a 41-year-old
DSP Gaming. Why would a guy called DSP Gaming know anything about computers or maybe, you know, anything that can play video games?
guy who has very limited knowledge about this stuff, and I'm just winging
To be fair, he is 40 and it did look very small. And as you know, small PC, bad. Big PC, good.
it.
That's why Ninja and XQC's PCs are like, you know, they need to cut a little cutout in the roof just to, you know, fit the whole thing in. So you can stream and play these high quality games.
It's time to stop being assholes. All right, really. And if you want to
You're being a cunt, not him.
live in that toxic asshole world, then stay off my streams because I don't want you here. I don't want people coming and spamming my streams.
Here we go. I'm waiting for the line. Say the line, Bart.
Perhaps you could have thought that yesterday I was being rude to you, Lavinia.
He was.
Literally, you sat here in the chat.
Now he's defending him being a cunt. Yeah, maybe I was being awful to you, but you deserved it. Isn't that literally like a narcissist playbook?
Podcast demanding my attention during the time that wasn't even Q&A. Fuck off and get banned and don't come back. You're an obnoxious individual, and we don't want your kind around here.
We don't want your kind around here.
We want people who are actually here to have a good time and be chill. So
Racist
fuck off
DSP's
and
coming
kiss
back.
my ass.
He's fighting back. That's what all the chat was. This is what makes me insane. For a minute, though, if you go back and look at the chat, they're going, hang on, maybe this Darkside Phil guy's a bit of a dickhead. And then as soon as he goes, fuck off, we don't want your kind around here, they go, yeah, Philip, yeah. His fucking hat.
Because now we don't have to listen to this bullshit anymore, right? Like, why the fuck are we wasting time on this nonsense?
It's a very good question,
Why
Phil.
on the Oh, of course. SD Charger says they're just going to flood back in a couple of days. You're absolutely right, because this is what they do. They come in with their sock accounts, and they change all their names like I don't know who they are.
Oh yeah, he tried to claim that this Lavaria person, which I'm pretty sure they are a detractor, but they tried to claim they know. He tried to claim that he knows who they are, like he's got some like secret information, and that's when the dents flip back to his side. He's like, really? And it just shows how easily manipulated they are. All you have to do is go, oh yeah, these are actually detractors, and I know, and they go, what? Seriously, Phil? Oh my god, thanks for telling me.
And I'm very nice. I'm very nice to these people.
Let's just let that set. Let's play that back. Let's just let that happen.
They change all their names like I don't know who they are. And I'm very nice. I'm very nice to these people. I don't immediately reban them when they come back. That person in particular had been banned multiple times.
Because if he bans all the detractors, he's not going to have anyone in his chat. He'll have Derek and Jade, and that's it.
I'm like, dude,
And when Jade's watching SummerSlam, and when Derek is jerking off, he'll have no one in his chat.
all right, I'm going to be nice. And then they come in here with a know-it-all attitude yesterday. Oh, here's my opportunity.
I think he'll have Game Tracker.
I finally got Phil in a gotcha moment because I'm
Gotcha.
researching his mini PC, and it's better than he thinks it is. So here, let me come to the fucking...
That's what... I don't know how many times I can repeat what because he does it a lot. He's just said the same thing over and over again, changes slight details to make him the victim. He just basically tries to overwhelm you with information, even though it's all the same information. It's kind of crazy.
Podcast mad late in the last 20 minutes and tell him he's all wrong just to get him in a gotcha moment.
He's got such a thing about being perceived as dumb or wrong about anything. He'll literally like flip out, like go full mask off, just because someone said, actually, that's not right, Phil. No, you're just wrong about that. Instead, he'll mock them and berate them, and it's like, this is why I'm okay calling this guy dumb. Like usually, like I said, I think that's pretty low-hanging fruit, but there's a point where someone is just dumb, and that is Darkside Phil. Like I said, the repeated use of words that he doesn't know the meaning of. Not knowing what a rainy day fun is in general, that gets its own segment. And his hatred of being wrong or looking stupid for even a second. That's what makes me call him dumb. I think everyone should. Everyone call him a dunce. He loves that word, dunce. Call him a dunce. Everyone in the comments, just go dunce.
On his own show. To which case I'm like, no, I'm going to make fun of this because it's stupid. No one cares. I don't have the data.
Now no one cares. First it was wrong, then it was I'm being attacked, and then no one cares. We got the whole variety of excuses.
So now, this person literally sat in chat, just so you guys don't watch it on demand, because you have no idea. Since the moment I started
God, I love having no chat, so you can rewrite his own thingy.
the podcast this morning, we're running over an hour now. They have been spamming the chat. Are you gonna apologize to me? Because I'm right about your PC.
No, are you gonna apologize to them because you fucking mocked them for half an hour?
And you're wrong. And blah, blah, blah. What? And I'm not even kidding, I counted. It was about 40 times they spammed the chat with that message today. 40 times. So it was about once a
He was counting. He never just responded like a normal human being. He instead just counted. He just watched from the background and just counted. Like a normal fallible human, you know, like a regular. He's the everyman. He's the blue collar streamer, as some may say.
minute. They spammed the chat with a message.
What's next? Are we gonna play another one? Oh no, yeah, it's a Street Fighter 6 one. We have
You're
to.
out of your mind. And by the way, no, that wasn't a supporter. That's someone who's been gifted memberships 3 times in a row, and it's.
This was someone with a It wasn't. I think it was his third tier of member badge, is what they call them. When you've been obviously giving someone money or being gifted a membership for more than like 3 months, maybe, or 6 months. It was a long time either way. And apparently, he just knows that this person is a detractor. Who knows how? He's let them stay around, knowing the fact, because he's too nice, I guess. But he just knows.
Count of a fucking troll. I know who it is.
He knows who it is. He's not going to name names, but he knows who they are.
Like this. Normal people don't come to the streams and act like that. All right? That's someone. Oh, it's all about me. It's not. It's my podcast.
It's about me instead.
It's not yours. All right? Enough with the being completely.
I love the little. I always love when the mask slips on that regard. You know, when people are talking about anything but him. About me. It's my stream. It's like, what do you want me to say? Oh, Phil, your beard is looking very whole today. It's looking like one single thing. It's not looking like a mustache and like a weird patch of hair.
Really unfair to me and trying to make it out like I'm a villain. And again, why did they do that? Why did they just spam my chat for 40 minutes with the same message?
Because they wanted an
Now,
apology.
There could be highlights of this podcast so the haters can talk.
Yeah, that was Snort Hogan himself, in disguise to get clips. He's got him. He's onto them.
Talk about
We're coming for you, trolls.
Go fuck yourself.
I fucking love those clips of him just being a clown. Fucking moron.
You may have noticed I didn't mention something because I had so much to talk about.
Here we go, Street Fighter
I
6.
didn't even bother talking about me hitting master rank with Blanca in Street Fighter 6. You notice that?
Oh, this was a couple days ago. This one's still a classic though. We have to watch this.
For me, hitting master rank in Street Fighter 6 is a huge accomplishment. Do you want to know why? There's two reasons. Because I proved something to myself and I proved something to the public. What I
Also,
proved to
apparently,
myself-
according to Reddit and people who know about this game, you need a 45% win-loss ratio to rank up in every rank. Doesn't matter how bad you do, as long as you win like 2 more matches than you lose, you're good.
all right, is that I still got it.
You still got it.
I can
He's like the
still play
Undertaker.
Street Fighter at a pretty high level. Now, am I gonna go to a tournament and win it? No.
You should do. I'd love to see him at a tournament.
But to get to master rank, something that so few people have done in Street Fighter 6, is a pretty huge accomplishment for me. It is. It feels like a personal accomplishment.
On the people who have like literally every character at Master Rank.
It's something that I did not think I would ever do. I don't play Street Fighter 6 full time like a lot of people.
Full
do.
time.
And
You play it more than people who have jobs and shit. What does that even mean? He acts like he plays it once a week. You know, he gets home, he's got kids and he's got a full-time job. No, this is your job. It's to play Street Fighter and bitch and moan. How is that not full-time? Oh, because you miss a couple days in there.
it's something to know that I'm a modern fighter, I can be good. Alright? Because so many people, because here's the other half of it. So many people have said that I suck at fighting games. Phil, you were a fluke. You've got 4th place at EVO, you never did anything else. Which is a lie. I won multiple tournaments.
He won multiple tournaments in, was it Connecticut? Where he originally lived. Which, a place that he even admitted that the competitive scene in Connecticut had literally no competition.
I mean, we're talking dozens and dozens of tournaments that I won in Super Turbo, Evo qualifiers, other
For
small
qualifiers.
regionals, even bigger tournaments. I won
Name them, please.
outright. I never went back to Evo and placed fourth again, but I did do really well in tournaments for about 2 to 3 years after that 2005 placement. So the whole narrative that the only time
Placement. You can't even call it a win. Just a placement, because you didn't even get anything, the fucking
you
clown.
did well in Street Fighter was because you played a PS1 version of a game doesn't hold weight at all.
Yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it?
Super Turbo.
That's why he... What do you mean? How does that change the fact that in that competition, everyone dropped out because it was a dodgy port, and he took advantage of the dodgy port?
Console Super Turbo.
And still lost.
Multiple iterations of old school Street Fighter, and I won and placed in all of them. But everyone wants to forget and.
So he's good at Street Fighter 2 Turbo, so that means he's good at all fighting games? Apparently.
Race history. They do. They want to selectively remember things.
Dude, we're book burning. We're virtual book burning against DSP. That's not... I was going to show you a clip of DSP driving in GTA 5 to counter this point, but I don't want to subject you to that because it's legitimately one of the worst things I've ever seen. Like, GTA 5 is probably one of the easiest games I've played in a long time, and he struggles. It's honestly shocking. All the GTA games, I always wonder that. He has such trouble with those games. I don't think any of them are hard. I mean, the harder ones are like maybe Vice City, but even that's not hard. He just struggles with them all. Like, I have no idea why.
That's what they want to portray. All right. So, hitting master rank basically shows everyone you're a bunch of shitheads.
Ah, the trolls have lost the tractors. They're all perished. No.
Ever said that shit about? Because
Kevin's been arrested for stealing and being a crack dealer, or whatever DSP accused him of. You know, everyone's stealing and coping. The Reddit shut down. Kiwi Farms has exploded. That's actually true. That did happen. It's all over.
It's very hard to hit master rank in Street Fighter 6. You have to invest a ton of time and effort to do it, and anyone who's hit it should get some props. Even if they scrubbed their way up.
That's what he wants.
Are still playing pattern
He
play
just...
fucking master rank, but still, that's a big accomplishment.
That's all he wants is to be told, "Good job, champ." He just wants that that acknowledgement he never got in childhood. Wouldn't get enough of.
But I've been playing a good variety of characters. Plus, I've juggled many other games and reality, or excuse me.
His characters are so strange because he like selectively picks out characters who are lame enough that you can cheese with, are not played enough so no one knows how to fight them properly, and are not considered like top tier even if they are. But he doesn't consider them like meta, so he can go, "Well, I'm not playing the meta like Kens and Camis and stuff like that. I'm playing Blanca, who's got a bunch of safe moves and is apparently just insanely easy to play." It's just this weird, like, mental gymnastic thing. Same with Honda. He waited so long, only picking low-tier characters until he randomly decided, let's play some Honda. I wonder why that is. I wonder if it's because he's the same kind of cheap that Blanca is.
React projects, while I'm doing it, it's not just me playing Street Fighter 6. It's a pretty huge thing for me. It is, all right? So, thank you to everyone who supported me, and everyone who, you know, allowed
everyone who believed in me.
Do that. I mean it, because it really was through the help of a lot.
Man's getting his Oscar. He's getting his award.
A lot of people, advice and support, and you know, moral, financial, everything.
Financial.
About the game, all of that.
If you didn't give me money, I would never have got the master.
All right, it really is, because now no one can say, "Well, Phil sucks at Street Fighter." No, you literally can't say that.
You can't say it.
You're a fucking liar.
Philip Bennell sucks at Street Fighter 5.
Salty motherfucker who is so upset that I'm actually.
Oh, I'm a salty motherfucker. Shit, I should listen.
Alright? So, there you go. Alright? Pretty cool. So, thank you for that. And
thank you to everyone who believed in me, man.
No, because here's the thing. If this were 10, 15 years ago.
And now he refuses to play Master. He's made it to the top. And now he's just he's decided to retire while on top. Strange how that works out. As soon as he starts getting to like the upper echelon of players, he just, you know, I'm just feeling like the PS5 is better now. Funny how that works, isn't it?
Oh, and I hit master rank in a video game, people would have freaked out. There would have been people going nuts on the internet, celebrations, videos about it. Today, there's nothing. Really, I posted it up on Twitter. I think I got 30 likes. You know,
You wanted Twitter likes. You wanted people to retweet. Good job, Philip.
video of me doing it on YouTube has like 1,000 views. Nobody cares. Just like anything, I tell you guys, I'm not a big streamer. I'm not a popular guy. Nobody really cares.
I love how he wants to be like this low-key guy, but also get loads of attention and be told good job and got a pat on the back.
It is a little disheartening. It's like I worked my ass
Disheartening. He worked his ass off. He was digging ditches.
off to get it. No one really gives a shit. Well, it is what it is. That's reality for me, right? I'm still happy that for my small group of people who really like me, that you guys are happy
Game Tracker's like, you know, popping champagne. He's hyped as hell.
about it. I'm happy about it. You know, it's a small accomplishment on the road of life.
I hope you can't hear my chair squeaking like Wings of Redemption, because it is going like mad.
I got the drip going.
That's it. I've had enough DSP for one day. It's been fun. We covered at least the major points of the last 3 days. The weird, I'm gonna say the downward spiral, because I feel like for a while he was like a weird, you know, he was never like a normal human being, but recently he's just like, I don't know, I guess maybe it's like the being a shut-in is getting to him, or maybe it's just there's things like the side scrollers and just the constant L's he's taking. But it seems like he's just falling apart, the poor guy. Oh, you know what we do need to watch at some point? The DSP review of the Mario movie. That thing is insane. I'm going to bookmark this now just before I go. Because this is one of the strangest reviews I think I've ever watched. And it's worth everyone seeing. I feel like it's my duty to at least expose one other human being to this. There we go. Save the DSP playlist along with Metal Gear Solid 5. That's another one I'm hyped for. Anyway, it's been fun. I'll see you later. Bye.